Johnson for the point.
Back to better.
Through the block and down.
Kickoff!
Active pass. He'll look to fire deep and intercepted. Stretchy, diving. He's in.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com.
And a good Saturday afternoon. Joel Morgan coming to you live from Castleton. We are at Central Cass High School as it is the first round of the Class 11B playoffs and a home playoff matchup for the Central Cass Squirrels, who come into this game with an 8-1 record, 6-1 in their region. They will take on the Hornets of Harvey Wells County, who finished their year 7-2, 5-2, in what was a very tough region for them throughout the course of this season. I'm Joel Morgan, joining you, and joining us down on the field through today's broadcast is Chase Miller. Chase, Harvey Wells County has had a very, very tough schedule this year. Their two losses come against top 5 programs. They come into this game a player short, and that could be a big factor in this matchup.
Yeah, it really can. And talking to Coach Doctor, you talked to him throughout the week too, Joel. And you know what? They have a lot of dynamic playmakers. Obviously, Freeze, we're going to say his name a lot here later today. Dual threat quarterback, and also for Harvey, they're trying to do something they haven't done, Joel, since 2009, and that's win an opening round game. They are 0-8 since 2009 in opening round games in what was formerly 11A, now here in 11B. This is a squad that won championships in 07 and 2008. But like you mentioned, what's the status of Carson Mertz as this game continues? That's going to be a big dual-way player for the Harvey Wells County Hornets, Joel.
Yeah, Carson Mertz, 750 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns, a big part of their offense. We're going to see Madden Thorson get moved around a little bit. He'll spend some time in the backfield. He'll get a fair share of carries. Their top receiver will become their top receiver running back throughout the course of this game. Harvey Wells County last year lost to Lisbon 38-24 in the playoffs. That was a 4 seed against a 1 seed. A lot of those players are back this year, and Chase, I think they learned a big lesson from that game last year, and they're going to come ready to play.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You go up against a really good Lisbon club, and what they were able to do from a year ago, they kind of went through murderer's row the last handful of years, going up against proud programs, the Thompsons, the Lisbons of the world. When you take a look at their first-round opponents, it hasn't been the easiest team. And on the opposite side for Central Cass, Joel, this is a squad now 7 of the last 9 years they've made the state tournament. They made the postseason, trying to make their third, semifinals in the last 6 years. So for head coach Tommy Butler in the couple of years that he's taken over, the biggest thing now for the Squirrels, Joel, is can they find a way to get to the championship? The last time they did that was 1980. So you have Harvey Wells County, who's looking to get their first playoff win, as we mentioned, in nearly 11, 12 years. While on the opposite side for Central Cass, they've been knocking at the door trying to get to the Dakota Bowl. They just haven't quite gotten there quite yet, putting a run together. And I tell you what, this quad in 11B, this is going to be a very dangerous squad here with Harvey Wells County, Central Cass, Lisbon, and Hillsborough Central Valley. There's no slouches here, Joel, in this quadrant.
Yeah, you're talking about this Central Cass team, this Tommy Butler coach team. There's a lot of equity in this team, a lot of guys who started as freshmen, at sophomores, who kind of cut their teeth over the last few years. Last year, 4-5 on the season. They lose to Beulah in the first round of the playoffs. This team's only loss also against a top 5 program. That was against Kindred, 37-0. 4 straight wins out of the gate. And they are a team that really adjusted well and I think came out stronger after that loss.
And that's the thing for Central Cass, and you talk to some of the coaches here, they would mention that Kindred game, Joel. It was 8-0, at halftime, and then the wheels kind of turned off a little bit there early in the fourth quarter with some turnovers, and then everything was going well for the Kindred Vikings. They were able to take care of Linton. They were able to take care of Oak Grove at the end of the season to earn themselves a home playoff game. That win against Lisbon also went a very good way. And the question here as the game continues, Joel, for Central Cass, I think it's, does Harvey try to limit Owen Wiersma at the running back spot, or do you try to double bracket Jake Deutsch and say we're going to take the big play away from them? So it's going to be very curious to see how Coach Butler, Coach Doctor, what's kind of the chess match as this game continues, because both teams have a lot of really quality players to get them here into the postseason.
This is our pregame show, 11B football. Central Cass hosting Harvey Wells County on this Saturday afternoon. We'll get a chance to hear from both coaches, and both coaches will tell you that these teams are mirror images of each other. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll hear from Brett Doctor, head coach of Harvey Wells County, when we return. It's high school football on YourLiveEvent.com.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Football on YourLiveEvent.com, Central Cass and Harvey Wells County for you on this Saturday. And we're talking with Brett Doctor, head coach of Harvey Wells County. Coach, first off, congratulations on a successful season and another trip onto the postseason.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's exciting. It's very exciting.
7-2 season for you guys. Your two losses coming against Hillsborough Central Valley, a top-ranked team, against Langdon area Edmore Munich, defending champions. You guys had a tough schedule, and overall, you guys answered the call. Do you feel like your players really rose to that challenge?
Oh, absolutely, Joe. It's one of those things. If you go back, we lost to Hillsborough, moved down from AA, and as you said, Langdon's a three-time state champ, and we lost to those two teams by a combined total of 9 points. And in both of those games, we had the ball in the last minute to win it. And so we were, if you tell us at the beginning of the season you're going to be playing those teams and have that opportunity, you take that. Well, obviously, you would like to finish them, and we'd be talking about home playoff game, but that's water under the bridge. What it did show us is that we can travel to these places and play good football. And in fact, even in Langdon, we were down 30-8. And we stormed back and had the ball at the 15-yard line, like I said, with about 30 seconds to go, and could have had a chance to win the game. So we felt really good after that, and that we can play those teams. It even goes back to the summer. We went out to some team camp, and we got to mix it up with some teams. And on the second day, they invited us to go up against the Bismarck Centuries and the Billings Seniors and the Billings Centrals, and it kind of gave us confidence that, hey, we can compete with bigger schools. So, yeah, I think our guys have really flourished with that this year.
Last year, your season ended against Lisbon, another good team. They went on to the Dome and they lost. But for those players, those younger players who were part of that team, how much did last year's playoff loss set the bar moving into this year as to where everyone wanted to be? Yeah,
that's a good question. I think it drove them, honestly. They worked really hard this summer. They saw that they weren't, we were the 4th seed going into the number 1 seed last year, and they saw that, hey, if we got to work, we're not that far away, because at times we competed really well with the Lisbon, a very good Lisbon team last year. So we just kind of went back to work in the off season and got better, and a lot of the results are showing this year.
We're talking with Brett Doctor, head coach of Harvey Wells County, as they get set to play Central Cass. Coach, if you had to put an identity offensively and defensively for this Harvey Wells County team, what would it be?
Offensively, I think we're diverse. We like to spread the ball around to a lot of different guys, try to keep things balanced. And then, our offensive line's been getting better and better each week. And that's a huge testament to their coaches and to the guys up front. Defensively, I think you're going to see us fundamental. We kind of got away from a blitz package every down and just started playing some base defense and trying to do some things more fundamentally sound. And it's in some ways it's helped us a lot this year. I think our point differential from this year to last year is over 180 points. So that's been a really plus. But I think you're just going to see a team with some good athletes on the edge, and maybe hopefully you'll say these guys are pretty well coached because they know what they're doing.
Central Cass is a one-loss team this season. That they're hosting this matchup. What do you see out of the Squirrels that is going to be key for you guys to move on in the playoffs?
Yeah, they're a lot. In some ways, they're a lot like us. They've got some tremendous athletes on the edge. They got a good quarterback, good smart quarterback, good running back. They're a lot like us in a lot of ways, and so we're going to have to try to limit their possibilities for big plays and try to make them drive a little bit and hopefully force them to get some turnovers here and there. This game, just because of the matchups, could be a game, could be high scoring, and it could come down to the team with the ball last, because when you look at film, we're very similar in a lot of things we do.
Brett Doctor, head coach of Harvey Wells County, with us on the pregame. Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck.
Hey, thanks a lot.
It's playoff football on your.
And that was Brett Doctor with us on our Irie Insurance pregame show as we're getting you ready here on yourliveevent.com for Class 11B football. Central Cass against Harvey Wells County, and you heard Coach Doctor talking about it, is that he feels these teams are two mirror images of each other. Coach Tommy Butler feeling the same way. We'll hear about that coming up on our Irie Insurance pregame show. That is more to come here on yourliveevent.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Going to NDSCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. For sure, I'll look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
I'm talking with Tommy Butler, head coach of the Central Cass Squirrels, as they get set to take on Harvey Wells County. First off, Coach, congratulations on a good season. You guys earned yourself a home playoff game. I'm sure a big deal for you and your players.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, our guys worked really hard to get to this point. You know, being 8-1 is a tremendous feat, especially with some of the teams that we played. But as far as the playoffs go, yeah, we're really excited to host one. I know our fans, our community have been just exceptional. So being able to have that home crowd is going to be a big help for us.
Let's talk about that one on your schedule and that 8-1 record, week 5, 37-0 to Kindred. I had talked to you the week after that loss, and you said your players, everyone buying into the fact that every goal you wanted this season still remained well in front of you. A good learning lesson from your guys. For your guys, what were the big takeaways?
Yeah, it was just that, we talked a lot about growth over outcome. That, yeah, we lost, we got beat. We did some things that uncharacteristically we normally don't do, and when you play a good team, that's what they make you do. But how do we grow from it? How do we get better from it? And I think our guys have really taken that challenge on and said, we're going to do everything that we can to get better every day. Nobody looked at that and was, obviously, yeah, we want to beat our rival, but like we said, everything in front of us wanted, and it was a mindset get better every day. And I think our guys have really taken that challenge on to continuously get better, continuously make adjustments we need to, and get ready for these moments that we're going to have.
You look at your offense, Wiersma, Maggio, and Deutsch. I mean, they stand out, rightfully so. They've had great numbers, but there's a lot of guys in front of them creating openings, creating opportunities. Your players do a nice job blocking and creating those openings. How much do you see them working as a unit on offense?
That is what makes us, it's a full unit. It's, like those other guys get the stats and everything like that, but, we have other receivers that are, they're lunch pail guys, right? They're just going to come in, they're going to work. They're going to get their catches when they're there. But, none of them are, mad that, oh, Jake's got this many yards and I have this many yards, with Frosty Wisniewski and Will Ellison. So, they're the kind of guys that you want, they're selfless. Of course, they obviously want catches. Of course, they want touchdowns, but they're more team guys than anything else. We got a tight end in Ashton Chapesky that you're surrounded by a bunch of studs. Hopefully we can get him some catches, get him going a little bit. But if not, hey, I'm going to do my job. My job sometimes is to block. Sometimes it's to, lead defenders out. And he just bought into, and then our guys up front are really just a great cohesive unit with Dylan Sell, Nate Burley, Micah Van Hall, Tyler Crochet, and Garrett Haugen. They're just a unique bunch that, is very willing to, if stuff isn't going right, like they're not ones that just stay quiet and to be okay if things are going wrong. They're very much trying to get better every single day. Our offensive line coach, Coach Locke, is, I think, one of the best in the state. And is constantly stresses those things. So, we that whole unit is really, like you said, is really what makes it.
And you look at the defensive side, a lot of those guys, two-way players, playing a lot of football for you on Friday nights. But you guys have done a nice job all season. Your line's keeping your linebackers clean and your corners clean, and they're getting a lot of big plays.
Yeah, no, we're defensively. Yeah, it's literally it's the same story defensively. It's we're a full unit. There isn't one star on our defense. It's really about playing as a whole group. We've got guys that can mix in on our D line. We can roll up to 6-7 guys that can come in. We guys that have maybe bigger stats, but it's not a one-person show. Our big guys up front are the quarterback, but also are, like you said, are running, and they're not always looking for, which is what I really love. Third down, yeah, let's go get them. But on first and second down, sometimes we tell our DNs they got to kick inside when we play our tight front, and you might have to catch a double team every now and again, and of course it always sucks, but they're willing to do it. They're willing to do that stuff. Our DBs are willing to be involved in the run fits. We pride ourselves on our coverage and being able to run some different coverages that not a lot of teams can run. And but they're also willing to do the other stuff, which is, again, be in the run fit and make tackles in there. So I'm really pleased with how our defense, our offense really just plays as a cohesive unit.
Harvey Wells County will be your opponent at home, game number 1. They lost last year against Lisbon, a young team. They have gotten older. Their 2 losses this season have been against top 5 programs. What do you know about the Hornets, and what's the key to moving on to the next round of these playoffs?
Hornets are very good, really well coached, tremendous athletes. It's honestly, it's almost like a mirror image of us. They have 3 really good receivers. They have a really good tailback who's just big and physical, and they have a quarterback that can make every throw. He puts the ball anywhere he wants it. Their receivers make contested catches like crazy. They can get their run game going. And then as far as their defense, they're gonna play man to man for the most part, and they're gonna make their athletes. You're gonna have to beat their athletes. They're gonna try to take that challenge on that you can't beat their athletes, and then they're gonna stack 6-7 in the box and try to shut your run game down. So that's definitely a big thing for us. Is can we find ways to beat those, to win those matchups in those one-on-one situations, and then defensively, can we try to take away some of their big plays? Because I think if you can take away their big plays and make them methodically drive down the field, it gets pretty hard. And we've shown, I think, in the past this year that we're really good if we make you drive the field. So we want to try to make teams go, 10, 11, 12 plays to try to beat us.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us here. Good luck.
Hey, I appreciate it, Joe. Go Squirrels.
If you want help from a firm who has integrity, respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the benefit of the community, then look no further than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys are dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, and Castleton, or visit our website at www.onsteadlaw.com.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
And welcome back out here to Castleton, Central Cass, Harvey Wells County High School Football on YourLiveEvent.com. It is our Irie Insurance pregame show. Let's take a look at other games going on throughout the 11B playoffs for you here on this Saturday afternoon. Most, if many, 1 o'clock start times. A game we also have on YourLiveEvent.com. Hillsborough is hosting Lisbon. Bishop Ryan against Hazen. That one will be a 6 o'clock start time tonight. Beulah against Velva. That one beginning at 2. Kindred and Thompson, that one should get underway here in the next 5 minutes or so. Langdon against Oaks, that will start at 2 o'clock. Bowman County, that will be playing at 1 o'clock at home. And then Delax Burlington against Shiloh Christian, that is a 1:30 start time. Winner of this game will go on to play the winner of Hillsborough Central Valley against Lisbon. So the likelihood of us broadcasting on YourLiveEvent.com that next round matchup between teams playing here today, very likely, as we have some teams coverage here throughout this side of the bracket. Is our Irie Insurance pregame show. Let's get back to Chase Miller, who is over on the sideline. Chase, kind of the weather you're going to expect here on a Saturday afternoon playoff football game in the state of North Dakota, but we've seen worse days, but this one not as bad as it could be.
Yeah, we're talking with some of the officials here a year ago at this time in the opening round of 11B. That's when there was that swirling to 40 to 50 mile an hour winds with gusts where if you threw anything 5 or 10 yards down the field, if you didn't play the wind, Joel, you weren't going to be able to throw the football. Now there is a little cross breeze here today in Castleton, but sunny skies. We're looking in the mid-40s by the time we get to kickoff here, so I don't think you can complain too much, and there's not going to be a lot in terms of precipitation, snow. You're on turf field, so for this time of the year, Joel, it's about as good as you can get here on the sidelines.
And we're looking, both coaches said, eliminating big plays, keeping short yardage plays. This wind going to factor into that a little bit.
Yeah, it will. I mean, if you're Majo or Freeze, you're going to have to know where the wind is, a little bit more of a side wind right now. So, if you're going to loft that 120, 30 yards down the field and you want to put some touch on it, that'll be a case. But for the most part, passing game and alongside everything else should be good to go, Joel.
All right, thanks, Chase. We'll step aside here. We'll have our national anthem and lineups coming up. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show, high school football on yourliveevent.com.
Thank you, Claire Delaney Cotton, students here at Central Cass. Scoreboard, the Harvey Wells County Hornets. Starting at center, number 60, Cannon Fall. At the right tackle, number 75, Jameson Crossbakken. The right guard, number 74, Gavin Shue. The left tackle, number 79, Harrison Lives. Left guard, number 56, Nick Pasenko. Split end for the Hornets, number 2, Talon Corson. At tight end, number 10, Keaton Keller. Flanker for the Hornets, number 11, Alex Erickson. Fullback for the Hornets, number 23, Hale Sieg. And running back, number 3, Matt Corson. And at quarterback for the Hornets, number 4, Isaac Reeves. Hornets coached by head coach Mr. Brett Doctor, assistant coach Scott Raw, Casey Weinman, Justin Lamada, Terry Doctor, and Josh Freewell. And now the starting defense for the home team on the scoreboard, the Central Cass Squirrels. And one defensive lineman, a sophomore, number 51, Tyler Brewster. Third defensive lineman, a junior, number 57, Ryan Stafford. Defensive lineman, senior, number 9, Miles Vance. At linebacker, a sophomore, number 25, Marcus Gifford. Linebacker, a junior, number 23, Josiah Brindle. Linebacker, a senior, number 7, Isaac Williams. And at the other linebacker position, a senior, number 1, Cade McKinn. At corner, a senior, number 11, Rossi Wisniewski. At the other quarterback position, number 20, Will Ellison. Strong safety for the Squirrels, number 4, he's a junior, Cooper Johnson. And free safety for the Squirrels, a senior, number 19, Jacob Deutsch. Squirrels coached by Tommy Butler. Assisted by Jason Delphi, Travis Lamar, Tyler Wazleen, Avery Locke, Brian Lynch, Nick Jackson, Jeremiah Sullivan, Brett Nelson, Riley Iverson, and Cade Merrigan.
RDK Enterprises. Have you been thinking about upgrading your planter? Take advantage of up to 10% cash discounts on all precision planting equipment through August 31st. Rebates of up to $200 per row with Delta Force Beave Drive and Speed Tube are also available with cash discounts or our financing options. Now is the time to upgrade your planter at the lowest pricing of the season. Stop by for a visit. RDK Enterprises, now open in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota, or look us up at planterdoc.com.
Let's get real.
And welcome back out here to Castleton. It is the 11B playoffs for you on yourliveevent.com. Joel Morgan with you. Chase Miller doing color for this afternoon's broadcast. Madison Quinn on our camera with Chris Bambino Crick also on the shot for today's game. And Central Cass opting to defer on the opening kickoff, so we'll see the offensive unit from Harvey Wells County in action first. They will be out without their lead running back, Carson Mertz. So we'll see what Coach Doctor does for this offense with this new look as the opening kickoff is on the way. This one will come towards the near side. Alex Erickson picks it up, and he will hand it off into the hands of Thorson. Thorson at the 30, 35, down to about the 40, and he is taken down at the 40-yard line. Chase, some early misdirection from Coach Doctor trying to get this offense going.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I like what they did there with Thorson. This is a guy that has a receiving touchdown in every game so far this year, and he is someone, as we saw right there, Joel, he gets to the edge. Look out. Nice job by Central Cass staying home, but if this is any indication, you're pulling out all the bag of tricks before you get to Halloween here this Saturday afternoon.
It will be a 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line for Harvey Wells County. They are averaging 397 yards of offense. Isaac Fries, their quarterback, leads the charge. He has failed to reach 200 yards just twice this season, has eclipsed 300 twice this season. And now the Hornets want a few extra seconds here to figure out what they want to do with their offense, and plenty of time going on the play clock. On the defensive side of things for the Squirrels, Coach Butler talking about in the pregame, and Chase, we've seen it a lot all season. You got the big 3 men up front. They keep things clean for those linebackers in their corners, and they can come up with some big plays.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think at the end of the day, you know, you're going to look at a McKinnon, you're going to look at Bifford and those guys. They're going to have to be all over the play, and we'll find out how Harvey's going to start this game, Joel, with who they got in the backfield.
2 receivers out on either side. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 40. This one just underway. They set Alex Erickson in motion. He will go far side. The snap comes. It's going to be pitched off to Thorson, and Thorson will be punched out of bounds at about the 44-yard line, and Thorson will pick up some quick yards.
Tackled by number 20, Will Ellison.
Going to take the advantage of Mertz, and I'm curious, Joel, where does Coach Doctor and company put Thorson throughout this game? Again, a very dangerous wide receiver, but how do they utilize him, and who else might they kind of put in there in the backfield if it's 3rd and long here for the Harvey Hornets?
That's a 5-yard pickup on this play. 2nd down and 5. Ball moves up to the 45-yard line. Trips far side of the field. Thorson, the only receiver near side. Isaac Fries will go under center. 1 player deep in the backfield, and Kyle Sieg. Pass comes out towards the flat into the hands of Erickson, and Erickson looking for open field. The defense is all over him, and there'll be no gain on that completion.
Great job by Will Ellison alongside with him, with McKinnon stretching out that play, a 1-2 combination. And for Harvey Wells County, Joel, we've already seen two guys get their hand on the football, Erickson and Thorson. That might be the 1-2 combination for the Hornets here that the Squirrels will have to contend with throughout the afternoon.
Yeah, they're going to say it's a loss of a yard, and it's been a lot of plays for losses this season for the Central Cass defense. 3rd down and 6, Harvey Wells County with the ball at their 44-yard line. As we approach the 11-minute mark remaining in this first quarter, they're going to need a chunk yardage play. Freeze out of the pistol to his right is Matt Thorson. Thorson will now move up on the line. So an empty backfield for Freeze. Freeze has some time, rolls out to the near side. Is going to look downfield, is going to get pressured. A flag is down. He is sacked at the 45-yard line. Isaac Williams made the initial contact. Crutchett came in with the assist, but the flag was down. I imagine, Chase, we're going to see holding, and we're going to imagine that will be deferred.
Yeah, the entire Central Cass of fans, the paid referees, they were yelling holding right off the bat, Joel, when Freeze went out to his right-hand side. And, great job again by the Squirrels defense to make sure they contain Freeze.
And it may be some short yardage on that play. Actually, they're going to say it's another loss, so Freeze is brought down for a loss. Obviously, Coach Butler will not go with this penalty. It's a 4th down and 7 for Harvey Wells County. And right now, they're making some change of personnel. So a 3-and-out on the opening drive coming for the Harvey Wells County Hornets in this 11B matchup. And we will see what the offense is going to do here for Central Cass, as it's it's a Deutsch dropping back to return the kick. Aaron Opdahl will do the punting. He is their kicker and their punter. Does kickoff, does extra points, does it all. As a 4th down and 4 from the 40, and it's a trick play. Freeze gets a direct snap, and he is stopped. Picks up a few yards. It'll be a turnover on downs, and decent field position coming for Central Cass.
Great job by Isaac Williams to take a look at the up man there for Harvey Wells County. Wasn't fooled at all, able to make up the tackle. And you know what? We've already seen the reverse on the kickoff. On special teams, Harvey goes to their bags and tricks one more time. A great job by Williams staying home.
So 1st and 10 for Central Cass at the 47-yard line of Harvey Wells County. Wiersma in the backfield for the quarterback, Maggio. 2 receivers, near side, 1 far side. Snap to Maggio. He looks, takes a deep shot downfield, and this one intercepted. In the hands of Erickson, he'll intercept the ball at their 15-yard line. Maggio's first pass play is caught by Erickson, his team-leading 6th interception of the season. Chase, they want to take away the big plays, and that's as good as it gets for Harvey Wells County.
Well, Harvey Wells County went one-on-one. No safety over the top, and great job by Erickson. Turned his head around at the last minute. That ball maybe a little hair underthrown, going to the inside of the post instead of the outside on the sideline to allow Deutsch to come back with that one. But I tell you what, Erickson at the last second moved his head around, cradled the football down to the ground. That's going to be a fun matchup to watch for the rest of this afternoon.
So Harvey Wells County will have the ball deep inside of their territory. A 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. All of that coming off that big key interception. We've seen some creativity from this offense from Coach Stockter, and it's going to be a straight run up the middle. The defense is all over Madden Thornton, and maybe a yard or two, and now a 2nd down.
Marcus Biffert, one of the guys there for the Squirrels, and on the tackle. And what they kind of did, a little dressing to start. You put Thorson in motion, then you give it kind of to your man in the up back there, Joel. So we're seeing a lot of eyes, and we're going to see maybe a little deception here for the Hornets with Thorson throughout this afternoon.
Couple yards on that pickup for the 2nd carry for Madden Thorson. 2nd down and 8, Harvey Wells County at their 17-yard line. 9 minutes, 40 seconds and counting to go in this scoreless game, quarter number 1 of the 11B playoffs. Freeze awaits the snap, has it, drops back, now immediately gets pressure, throws a screen pass into the hands of Sieg, and Sieg around the far sideline is taken out at about the 24-yard line. That'll be short of a 1st down.
Cannonfall there, the center, able to get that extra block to give Sieg the little bit of the boundary on the outside. If he doesn't make that block, Joel, Sieg probably goes nowhere. Instead, makes a 3rd and very manageable here for Harvey Wells County.
3rd down and 1 for the Hornets. They are up to their 24-yard line. Again, this offensive opportunity courtesy of the interception for Alex Erickson, his team-leading 6th interception. And Central Cass lining up like they're going to bring the pressure on this play. Freeze under center. Snap to Freeze, and he will keep it himself and runs across for the first down, taken down at about the 29-yard line.
Goes behind his left guard there in DeSanko. Nice job by Freeze, Joel. He kind of froze for a half second, looked where the Squirrels' defense was coming from, then was able to get to the outside and able to get a healthy gain on third down.
So the first down of the game coming for either side. Harvey Wells County up to their 28-yard line as we approach the 9-minute mark remaining in quarter number 1. 3 receivers near side, 1 far side. They will now set Madden Thorson on the line. He will go towards the numbers. Empty backfield, snap to Freeze. Freeze wants to keep it himself, and he is up to the 34-yard line. He'll grab 6 yards on that carry, his 4th of the game.
You see a lot of variation so far from the Hornets here, Joel, and that time empty backfield, and then you're just playing a numbers game, right? You bring Thorson out and just kind of see where you're going to go, and Freeze able to get a good chunk there on first down.
2nd down and 5 for Harvey Wells County. They are up to their 33-yard line. Looking at how these two teams match up, Chase, we can see a high-scoring affair. We could potentially see a low-scoring one. And right now, teams feeling each other out as split receivers either side for the quarterback, Isaac Freeze, on a 2nd down and 5. Freeze will run through his cadence, has the snap, has some time, now gets pressure from the outside, gets an extra block, shot downfield, and this one into the hands of Madden Thorson for a first down. He is out at the 45-yard line.
Harvey's got a ton of size on the outside, whether it's Keaton Keller as a sophomore, what we've seen from Madison Thorson. You just look on the outside, Joel, and I tell you what, there's a great opportunity, 50-50 battles, and Deutsch just got one step behind, and Thorson made him pay there for the game.
20-plus yard completion, 1st and 10 in plus territory right now is Harvey Wells County. The ball will be spotted at the 43-yard line of Central Cass as we approach the 8-minute mark remaining. Once the players get to the line of scrimmage, actually we'll say stop because he came out, but 8:15 to go, 9 seconds on the play clock. 2 in the backfield this time for Isaac Freeze. He will put himself under center. Sieg is the fullback. Tailback Thorson drops back, throws towards Thorson on the flat, has the one-on-one play, is able to extend it to the 41-yard line, a pickup of 2.
Ellison there on the tackle in open space, and if this is any indication too, Joel, what we're seeing in the first 2 drives from Harvey, there's not going to be a lot of runs. As you mentioned, with Mertz being out, it kind of feels like they're going to allow Freeze to make the best play either from a run-pass option, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more rollouts from Freeze as this game moves along.
2nd and 8 now for Harvey Wells County up to Central Cass's 41-yard line. This defense for the Squirrels trying to make some adjustments. Freeze with his tailback, Thorson to the right. Now Thorson will come on the line, will now take a spot towards the numbers again. Empty backfield for Freeze. Pump fakes towards the numbers, rolls back. He's got some pressure on him. He is chased all the way back to his own 40. Will throw this one away to avoid the big loss. And the pressure was there right off the snap. The big guys up front driving him back.
They're looking for Erickson here at the very end, kind of put his hand up, but by the time he did a 180 and came back to the Squirrels sideline. Great pressure, though, right up front from Central Cass. Ryan Stafford, the junior nose guard there. Joel really disrupted the play.
This drive started in Harvey Wells County's 15-yard line after Erickson's interception. 3rd down and 8 for the Hornets. 7:16 to go, first quarter. 2 receivers far side, 2 near side again. Look for potentially setting Sieg in motion. Actually, Sieg will stay back to block for Freeze. Freeze has some time. Will look around, gets pressured, is knocked down. Ryan Stafford gave him the push, and he is knocked down at about the 49-yard line, and there's some discussion with the official, but it will be a loss of yards and a 4th and long coming for Harvey Wells County. Stafford with a sack.
3-man rush gets home for the Squirrels, Joel, and I tell you what, the bend but don't break defense there for Central Cass. They come up big against Stafford, the guy in the middle, causing up some disruption for DeSanko and Fall right in the middle there on Harvey's line.
Stafford's 2nd sack of the season. That will bring out Opdahl, their punter. This time they will punt as this one goes far side of the field, and it rolls towards the sideline at the 33-yard line, and finally Alex Erickson will get a hand on the football as that's where Central Cass will take over. Chase, we were questioning what potentially this offense would look like for Harvey Wells County without their top running back, and Coach Doctor has pulled out the bag of tricks, and he's really gotten this defense for Central Cass off guard.
Yeah, you're getting Sieg involved. Obviously, you're trying to look for your big guy Thorson and utilize him in many different ways, and for Central Cass, they've done enough to stay home, and you know what? They're not really blitzing too much. They're trying to keep the quarterback in the pocket.
1st and 10 at the 33 for the Squirrels. Wiersma the tailback, and he will get his first handoff of the game, and he finds some open field down at the 36-yard line. It will be a 3-yard pickup for Wiersma. Last week, Wiersma 2 touchdowns, surpassing the single-season all-time mark for the Squirrels team in that victory against Oak Grove, 56-21. He'll get 3 on the carry, 2nd down and 7 up to the 37-yard line as we're inside 6.5 to go. Squirrels had 1 play from the line of scrimmage. It ended up a ball being intercepted by Erickson. Squirrels will set a man in motion, and a handoff to Wiersma. Makes a little cut up to the 40. Open field down at the 45-yard line. As it stands right now, it's a 8-yard pickup and a first down, but there is a flag down.
Yeah, Nate Burley is going to make a call from the hold. He brought his guy down to the turf, Joel. And the thing is, you can do that on a pancake, but when you're a little bit on the side angle there on the shoulder pad and bring your guy down, kind of like a wrestling move, that's not always going to work on the football field. So unfortunate there, but we see some holes in the zone game with Wiersma, but Burley got called for the hold.
So they will lose some yards. Does Central Cass back inside of their 30? It looks to be at the 28-yard line. No score so far in this game, 6:07 to go. Clock will resume. It's a 2nd down and 15 back to the 28 for the Squirrels. Dropping back, Maggio throws towards the flat. Another interception. This one intercepted at the 25-yard line. Cannon Fall will get his 2nd interception of the season, and a turnover comes for the Squirrels, this time deep inside of their own territory.
I don't think Maggio saw Fall at all. Fall saw the screenplay coming. He smelled it out and said, you know what, I'm going to go where the running back's going, and it went right to the breadbasket for Falls. So all of a sudden now, Joel, Harvey Wells County able to get a couple of turnovers here from Central Cass, and I just tell you what, if you're the Hornets, a big opportunity to try to get the first points after a great interception by defensive linemen.
That's 2 interceptions thrown by Maggio today. 1st and 10, Harvey Wells County at the 24 of the Squirrels. They are trying to get on the scoreboard first. Kyle Sieg will be the tailback to the right of his quarterback, Freeze. Freeze rolls back, gets a block from Sieg, takes a shot downfield. This one incomplete, intended for Keller through his hands as he was covered by Frosty Wisniewski, an incompletion, and a 2nd down and 10.
They're trying to go for the big deep ball there with Matt Thorson running a deep post, but it took a while to develop, so he came out to the flat. Good job by Wisniewski there, as you mentioned. I love the name, Joel. It's not that cold, but you can't complain having the first name Frosty when you get to the latter part of October here for the playoffs.
As we get deeper into our sports coverage here in this high school season, we'll have to find the root of where that Frosty name came from, as it's a 2nd down and 10, ball at the 24-yard line. This drive courtesy of a 2nd interception for Harvey Wells County, and rolling out on the play action and a pass that was intended for Keller knocked away. Another incompletion coming for Harvey Wells County. It's a 3rd down and 10 at Central Cass's 24-yard line. Chase, both of these teams have capable kickers, so they're going to try to obviously continue to move the change, but there's still a threat to get some points on this drive.
Yeah, there is, and I think for Harvey, just kind of with where their wins at and where they are, you'd probably like to at least get one more first down before you try a particular field goal, but that's something that we talk about maybe not enough in high school sports, Joel. When you have a really good field goal kicker, how much of a weapon that can mean when points are hard to come by.
3rd down and 10 at the 24-yard line. Freeze will be under center. He drops back. Shot towards the end zone. Has Thornton on the sideline. Tried to make a highlight reel catch, but he was corralled by Wisniewski to the corner. An incompletion. Now a 4th down and 10. And Chase, Wisniewski just put himself in a great position to make that play. Didn't have to do a whole lot.
Yeah, they double bracket him too with Deutsch over the top, so that had to be a perfectly thrown ball by Freeze. And with the wind, it kind of came out a little bit more to the near pylon and out of bounds, even if Thorson was able to come down with that one. But you saw, again, put him in space, and I tell you what, these corners and linebackers have been flying all over the field right now for the Squirrels.
Will be an I formation coming for Harvey Wells County. 4th and 10 at the 24 of Central Cass, playing on house money with that interception. Rolling out to the near side again is Freeze. Will scope his receivers downfield. Shot towards the end zone, almost into the breadbasket of Erickson. He got by his coverage, an incompletion, and a turnover on downs will be the Squirrels football.
Tell you what, Erickson had the step. He kind of threw the Randy Moss one hand up once he got to the 10-yard line. A really good throw by Freeze, but unable to come down with it. But you're just seeing these deep post patterns, these play actions, put Freeze on the outside, allow him to run pass option. But how about the Squirrels defense here, Joel? You know, the offense put them in a very, tough situation. They're able to come out with a turnover on downs.
1st down and 10. Central Cass at their own 24-yard line, scoreless in this first round 11B playoff football matchup. And Maggio will try to run himself to the 35. Actually, direct snap to Wiersma up to the 40, 45, taken down at the 48-yard line. Wiersma got the direct snap, picked up 24 yards, and a 1st down for Central Cass. Chase, their defense has been on the field long enough. They're ready to move that football.
Yeah, that's going to have to start with Wiersma right now. If your QB's got a little bit of, 1 or 2 interceptions, just has to find some rhythm. What would help? Well, just give the ball to your main man, and Wiersma allow him to run.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of Central Cass, and it comes to Wiersma, runs around the outside, picks up an extra block to the 50, 45 to the 40, still going to the 32-yard line.
Got a flag back at the 45. Looks like it'll be a spot foul, probably either a block in the back or a holding, but you see what Wiersma can do once he gets to the outside and what he allows his wide receivers to block downfield. He's got that speed, that breakaway speed, Joel. Just unfortunate there for the Squirrels as it's coming back.
And we're going to get a face mask come at about the 45-yard line, so the Squirrels will come back to their 44, 4:52 to go. It's been direct snaps to Wiersma almost exclusively on this drive after creating the turnover on downs. Brendan Maggio throwing 2 interceptions on 2 pass attempts, so changing up this offense right now. Wiersma back there for a direct snap again. Will set a man in motion. Wiersma running towards the near side, looking for some blockers up to the 49-yard line, so he gets the original line of scrimmage and maybe a yard or 2, as it's now a 2nd down.
If you're Central Cass, though, Joel, and you would tell Coach Butler that there's been a couple penalties, there's been 2 turnovers, and you're still scoreless, I think he would take it for how this opening, 8 minutes of action has gone for Central Cass.
Wiersma's going to get 9 yards on that pickup. It's 2nd down and 7. Make that 8 yards on that pickup, a 2nd down and 7. Ball at the 49-yard line of Harvey Wells County. Approaching 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. Maggio will hand this one off. It's a run to the far side and a 1st down pickup and then some for the Central Cass Squirrels. Isaac Wisniewski with the pickup in the 1st down.
Great job by Deutsch to hold his block a little bit longer to allow Wisniewski there, Joel, to get that extra couple of yards on this Hornets secondary.
Isaac Wisniewski will pick up the 1st down. 2nd 1st down of this drive for Central Cass. Their offense starting to figure things out here after a rough go of it. Their first 2 possessions, 1st and 10 at the 40. Players line up at the far side of the field, and the ball is fumbled and picked up right on the turf with Wisniewski, and he will bring it back to the original line of scrimmage. That play could have been a little bit worse for Central Cass, but they'll take that 2nd down without the loss of yards.
Fortunate there. Sometimes the turf monster's on your side. Central Cass right now, what we're going to continue to see is once Maggio does wind up and deliver, because he's very capable of it, where they kind of go to as Harvey Wells County, what they've done the entire game so far on Deutsch is put big bad Alex Erickson on him on the outside. He's got a couple more inches on Deutsch.
2nd down and 10 from the 40. Maggio awaits the snap. Will hand this one off to Wiersma. Wiersma finds a short crease and turns it into something big as he's taken down at the 32-yard line. Wiersma on his 4th carry will get 8 yards.
Breaks the tackle of Sieg right off the bat that allows him to get a couple more yards and make up a 3rd down and very manageable. And Joel, with where we are on the field, this is 4-down territory here for Coach Butler.
3rd down and 4. Ball up to the 32-yard line. Time seemingly has not stopped here through this first quarter of play between these 2 teams. Wiersma back in the backfield for a direct snap, and Wiersma's going to go right up the middle. Now makes a cut, free at the 25, to the 20, to the 15, straddles the sideline, and touchdown. Wiersma on the direct snap picks up 33 yards and will make it a 6-0 game.
Haugen Cruchet leads the blocks right off the bat. Then you get one even down the field here from Central Cass and Will Ellison. And again, there's that breakaway speed. He just has a different gear, Joel. When he gets through that lane, if you don't wrap him up, he's going to find ways in Wiersma to get 5 yards, it seems like, every time when he's rushing the ball.
Carter Vercoda on the season, 36 for 38 on extra points. He wants to make this one a 7-0 game. 2:07 to go in the first quarter. Snap is down. Here comes the kick, and this one looks good from here, and it is good at the sign of the official, so the extra point is good. Wiersma with the 33-yard touchdown run. It is 7-0 Central Cass. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
For a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Owen Wiersma, the 19th touchdown of the season, a 33-yard run. Central Cass changing things up on that drive, going some direct snaps to their quarterback. It pays off. Vercoda gets the extra point. 7-0 Squirrels as we are getting sets for the ball to be handed back to Harvey Wells County. Their offense turning it over to start that drive on it was a turnover on downs deep inside of Central Cass territory. Vercoda will do the kicking. Erickson and Thorson will be at the 15-yard line, staggered just a little bit for this kickoff. And here we go. Kickoff will come towards the near side, and it touches down at the 5, will come out of bounds at the 4, and the flag is down on the play.
The wind really helped that one after it kind of came over, and a little bit more of a hook than a slice on the kick there by Vercoda. Also, Joel, out-of-town scoreboard, the winner of this game will play the winner of Hillsborough, Central Valley, and Lisbon. Burroughs lead Lisbon early 14-0 in the first quarter.
And Harvey Wells County will bring their offensive unit out here. Their rushing game, well, they have not really been able to establish that ground game. It's been a lot of deep shots in the air from Isaac Freeze, and with the exception of that last drive, the turnover on downs, this offense, Chase, has done a good job moving the football.
Yeah, they have, and that's the one thing, is finding ways to matriculate down the field. My question is for Central Cass is just how are they going to be able to continue to stop that passing game, particularly if Harvey's going to do it 67-70% of the time.
And it will be pitched to the deep back. That is Thorson. Thorson trying to turn a corner. He doesn't. He is taken down for a loss, and it's Cade McKinnon who makes the tackle for a loss. It will be behind the line of scrimmage, just a matter of where it's spotted by the official, and I believe it will be a loss of 2.
Great job by Miles Vance there just to continue to extend the play, stretch the play, allow the linebackers to come in. And Vance is a load, Joel, 6'2", at 210, and a senior. And tell you what, he's been able to just fly around here on the outside for Central Cass.
Yeah, this 3-man front that they have brought in has done a fantastic job keeping things clean for the linebackers and the corners, as it's a 2nd down and 12. Harvey Wells County at their 34-yard line, trips to the near side, receiver right side, empty backfield now for Freeze. Freeze looks near side, rolls out left side. He's going to get some pressure, wants to tuck and run to the 40, up to the 50, inside of Squirrel territory, upended at their 44-yard line.
Kale Sieg was able to get the block at the 45 and allow Freeze to get that first down. Otherwise, it probably would have been about a run of 7 yards. And that's one of the things with Freeze. When he rolls out, he has that option, and we finally saw the burst of speed there by the QB from the Hornets.
Isaac Freeze getting the play back from a coach on the sideline as he will make his way back into the huddle. Chase Freeze checked his receivers and was quick to make that decision. He committed to that run, and that's what paid off for that first down. A 1st and 10. Hornets at the 42 of Central Cass. They are down 7-0, 45 seconds and counting to go, and what has been a quick first quarter. Freeze under center, comes back, throws towards the flat, connects with Thorson. Thorson tries to get by someone at the 40. He cannot. and that someone was Will Ellison, who will stop him for a very short gain.
Ellison's made two really good plays on the outside when they're trying to give it to Thorson. Thorson, if he makes a man miss, he's got the wheels. He can do a little bit of everything. But I tell you what, Will Ellison has done a really nice job of wrapping up in space here against Harvey Wells County.
They will say that's a 1-yard pickup, 2nd down and 9 at the 41-yard line, as we are inside of 10 seconds to go in this first quarter. And more time left on the play clock and the game clock. So this one will wind down to 0 as quarter number 1 is in the books. It is Central Cast 7, Harvey Wells County scoreless. You're watching high school playoff football on YourLiveEvent.com.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
If you're an Ada business, you may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. This 1% interest loan is available for business expansion, business renovation, business improvements, and new businesses in Ada. Visit or contact Ada City Hall to receive additional information at how your business may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. Contact the City of Ada, 784-5520, or visit Ada.
Second quarter underway, 2nd down and 9 at the 41 for Harvey Wells County, down 7-0. Freeze near sideline, and making a catch is Alex Erickson. Will catch this one at the 30.
Great job on the back shoulder. I mean, what is this? Is this Peyton Manning, Tom Brady out there throwing darts? Freeze through that ball before we saw Erickson even break his route. And a good coverage there by Will Ellison, but just better ball placement. Erickson able to go down the turf and grab that one, Joel.
Yeah, those two guys are on the same page. There was a couple plays on the drive that stalled out inside the 20 of Central Cass Chase where we said pinpoint precision was what was needed. Well, Freeze picked it up on that one, a 1st and 10 ball at the 29-yard line. 2 in the backfield for Freeze. Near side, gets some blocking, puts this one up, intercepted! Cade McKinnon, the interception, returns it to the 35-yard line. For McKinnon, his 4th interception of the season, a team leading 4 interceptions, and the Squirrels will take over inside of their own territory.
Tell you what, coming on a crossing pattern there was Thorson, and I don't think Freeze saw McKinnon at all, just playing a little bit in the soft zone. He broke on the ball, able to get the interception, and we mentioned in the first quarter, Harvey Wells County forces 2 turnovers, unable to get any points, while Wiersma had that rushing touchdown. Now we'll see if the Squirrels, Joel, get their first turn of the game against the Hornets if they can capitalize.
Squirrels with the ball on their own 34-yard line. They lead 7-0 here in the second quarter. Maggio will give it to Wiersma, cut to the left side. Wiersma needs to start picking up some ground upfield. He does, to about the 39-yard line, and Wiersma will get 4 or 5 on his 6th carry of the game. And Wiersma does a good job in the trenches, Chase, of really scoping out those openings, and that looked like it was going to be about a 1 or 2 yard pickup. He extends another 3.
And that's the deal. I mean, he runs into the back of his tight end, shrugs him off with the left hand, makes a cut back into the hash, and gets another couple yards. If you don't get him tackled right at the line, he finds ways to get 4 or 5 yards of rush.
2nd down and 5, ball at the 39-yard line for the Squirrels. And a handoff to Wiersma comes towards the outside. Nice block downfield coming for the Squirrels as it allows some extra yards coming for Wiersma. He'll be shy of a 1st down.
This This is one of those third and shorts. You might see that direct snap again to Owen Wiersma. That's played him very well so far for Central Cass in this first half.
Shapuski was the one who threw down that extra block, and that was a player mentioned by Tommy Butler in the pregame who's just a hard hat player, just a guy who's going to give you big blocks and help you move the chain. 3rd down and 1, ball at the 43-yard line. Wiersma lining up for the direct snap to try to move the chains. It comes to Wiersma, gets himself a nice block and just enough for the first down for Wiersma. That is the 3rd first down by my count of this half for the Squirrels, who lead 7-0.
And that's just a tough play to go up against, especially when Wiersma, Joel, is able to get, especially when he's able to get a lead block there by Marcus Bifford. I mean, you just kind of get a hat on a hat, and then once Wiersma gets a crease, that play has been bread and butter for Central Cass on 3rd and short all season long.
Bifford's been used exclusively offensively as a fullback for the Squirrels team, and that is the reason why he has earned his spot on the field, as it's a 1st and 10 at the 46 for the Squirrels, trying to add to their 7-0 lead, and a handoff will come to Wiersma and maybe a yard or two on the pickup and a 2nd down.
Isaac Fries coming in on the tackle alongside with him. Vlaminik, a 5'9 sophomore at 275 right now, playing some nose guard and giving some of these Harvey Wells County linemen a little bit of rotating here for Coach Doctor and the Hornets.
2nd down and 8. Squirrels up to their 43-yard line. Winner will play the winner of Hillsboro and Lisbon next week. That game already underway. You can also see that on yourliveevent.com. 2nd down and 8. Squirrels at their 43. Set in motion is Deutsch. It's pitched back to Deutsch at the 40. Deutsch comes upfield to the line of scrimmage and is wrapped around at the 49-yard line. And not a lot of pickup on that play to Deutsch.
No, and you know what? We haven't said Deutsch's name too much. In that first quarter, they threw the pass to him, was intercepted, and then Maggio gets picked off on a little bit of a screenplay. So we haven't seen Maggio go to the air too much. It's been more the Owen Wiersma show, but great job on the tackle to string it out to Brock Fike there, the junior linebacker, able to bring down a very dangerous Deutsch in open space.
So Deutsch will get himself a yard on the pickup. 3rd down and 7. Squirrels at about their 49-yard line. Maggio has some time, checks down his receivers, throws up the middle, and this one into the hands of Wiersma, taken down at the 40. Wiersma, the 16-yard pickup and the first down. Chase, I think they heard you there on the sideline. Central Cass is able to connect on their first completion of the game, and it gets them a first down.
There wasn't a big window either for Owen Wiersma to make that catch from Maggio. Maggio put a little extra mustard on that ball, and then also running a deep post pattern that was open was Cooper Johnson. So we'll see if they go back to that play call, because they had the home run hitter there, but great job either way to find your man in Wiersma and thread the needle there by Maggio.
1st and 10, ball's at the 40 for the Squirrels inside of Harvey Wells County territory, and it was a handoff and a tackle in the backfield. This one going to Wisniewski, and he is stopped at the 42-yard line as Sieg was able to find penetration.
You know, Sieg on the outside, no one blocked him, just an easy play there to try to wrap up Wisniewski. And if you're Harvey Wells County, Joel, you mentioned about field goal kickers, and Central Cass, they have a pretty good field goal kicker in Carter Verkota, who's made one from 30-plus yards this year. So this is a chance for the Hornets to try to get off the field.
Wisniewski will lose 3 on that play. 2nd down and 13, ball at the 43-yard line. Maggio dropping back again, rips this one into the hands of Deutsch, makes the catch at the 40, extends to the 35, cuts up the middle, picks up some blockers to the 25, to the 20, to the 15. Credit those blockers downfield. Deutsch gets in the action here, makes his first reception, and it's a first down.
And Deutsch made Erickson miss to start, and then that's when the rest of the party comes out like on skates. He's putting his defenders, and that's the problem there. If you give Deutsch a little separation, which that time Harvey Wells County did with Alex Erickson playing a little off the field, Deutsch was able to make the reception, then show you the moves after the catch.
For Deutsch, he'll get him a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Squirrels trying to add to their 7-0 lead, under 6.5 to go in our first quarter of this playoff matchup. It'll be a handoff to Wiersma. Wiersma gets a blocking to the 10 Probably about the 11-yard line is where he's finally going to be stopped. Isaac Fries and Brock Fike will make the stop, and a couple-yard pickup there for Wiersma.
And DeSanko did enough in the inside there for Nick to kind of force Wiersma to cut back in, and then he held on to his right shoe, Joel. I think that's a pretty good thing against Owen Wiersma. Hold on to the shoe, try to bring him down to turf.
And Wiersma will get himself 3 yards on that pickup. 2nd down and 7. Squirrels up to the 12-yard line of Harvey Wells County. Numbers in the backfield coming for Brendan Maggio. We'll see what the Squirrels do here on this play as Maggio will go to Wiersma. Cuts to the left side. Wiersma down at the 10-yard line. Did not see who made the tackle. I believe DeSanko made that stop, and Wiersma will pick up 2 more on the carry.
You hear about ankle tackling. That's what DeSanko did right there, Joel. Just got enough of the ankles, able to trip them up, and then here's a decision time for Coach Butler because they're very much in field goal range. You know, how much do you get here if it's 4th and maybe less than 1? Do you go for it? And because we know what a field goal would do, put you up by 2 possessions.
Verkota 4 for 7 on field goals. It's a 3rd down and 5. Ball at the 10-yard line. Wiersma with the direct snap. Wiersma veers towards the right side, taken down at the 5, and it's now going to be a matter of the spot chase.
Yeah, he's going to be taken down about the 6.5. They're going to put the nose of the ball right at the 6, Joel. So he is a full yard shy of how we see it on the sidelines here.
As confident as Central Cass has run with Bifford and Wiersma in the backfield, your question is, will they go for it here on a 4th and 1, and that is exactly what they'll do. 4th down and 1, ball at the 6 of Harvey Wells County. Bifford to the left of Wiersma. Wiersma comes to the left, cuts to the right, dives for the 1st down.
Isaac Fries on the tackle, but by the time Isaac Fries got to Wiersma already had a full head of steam and was able to get to that 5-yard line by the time Fries met him there in the A gap. But Joel, that's a very tough formation for Harvey Wells County to try to square up Wiersma without at least giving up a yard.
1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Wiersma and Bifford again in the backfield for the Squirrels, trying to add to this 7-0 lead. Wiersma looks to pass, shot at the end zone, and this one is caught. It's going to be a touchdown, Cade McKinnon. And 13-0 game.
You know, it wasn't the hardest thrown. It was more of a lofting it into your backyard and playing 500 there by Wiersma, but one-on-one, and McKenna was able to snatch the ball away from Harvey Wells County there in the secondary and Mason Feist, and great job by McKenna to find the football, go up for it, and able to come down with the touchdown.
So Verkota will try the extra point to make it a 14-0 game. Got a 4-yard completion for the touchdown. Tommy Butler pulling out his bag of tricks. This one almost blocked, but it's good. Verkota will get the extra point. A 14-0 game. The Squirrels get a touchdown here in the 2nd quarter. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
.gov.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
It was Owen Wiersma connecting to Cade McKinnon for a 4-yard touchdown completion. Extra point was good for Verkota, and Harvey Wells County trailing Central Cass now 14-0 here in the 1st round of the 11B playoffs, and the kickoff will go into the hands of Erickson. Erickson trying to get a decent return for the Hornets will come up to the 30-yard line, as that is where this drive will start for Harvey Wells County. Joel Morgan with you up in the press box with the play-by-play. Sideline with the color is Chase Miller. And Chase, Harvey Wells County got pretty crafty early on into this deep into the 2nd quarter. it's Central Cass pulling out the bag of tricks.
Well, and the one thing, too, if you're Harvey Wells County right now, there's 2 interceptions you got. Now, granted, one was in your own 15-yard line, but unable to capitalize on any points on the opposite side. A Central Cass able to get a touchdown off of 1 turnover from Harvey Wells County. And reminder, Central Cass gets the ball to start the second half. So this is a drive that Harvey Wells County needs to get something in the end zone here for the Hornets.
Hornets at their own 29-yard line. They trail 14-0 inside of 4 to play in the first half. Freeze has a little bit of time, looks right now, gets pressured, throws on the run, and this one is incomplete. And again, no surprise, Chase, it's the pressure up front making the difference for the Squirrels.
Tyler Cruchet was able to bring the lumber a little bit down there on Freeze, and I tell you what, Central Cass, for the most part of the game, Joel, this 3-4 defense, they've really only been bringing 3 guys up front with Vance, Stafford, and Cruchet. Every now and then they'll blitz a linebacker, but really against this Harvey offensive line, it's just been 3 guys, and they've been staying home enough. They've been staying in their rush lanes enough to keep Freeze in the pocket. We've only really seen Freeze get one big play when he's kind of been able to scramble.
Second down and 10 for the Hornets at their 29. 2 in the backfield coming for senior quarterback Isaac Freeze. Freeze getting the extra blockers. He needed them. He throws towards the flat. It's out of the hands of Erickson. He extended to try to make that diving catch on the 14th pass attempt coming for Isaac Freeze and could not connect.
And Isaac Freeze this year coming into the game, Joel, you mentioned it earlier in the pregame, 25 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. This is a guy that's the absolute dude here for the Hornets, but so far just been a little off today. Not a lot, but just enough. And I think the Squirrels' secondary and their speed, they've been able to fly around and cause some pressure here for Freeze.
And back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 10, ball at the 29-yard line of the Hornets. They are down 14-0. This offense needs to get going before the half. Freeze comes back, gets some pressure from the backside. It's Vance on him. Is able to elude Vance. Now the extra pressure comes, throws as Isaac Williams was making contact for an incompletion.
Isaac Williams absolutely was able to get a good pop there on Freeze. Freeze able to come up under his own pressure, but that might have been one where he got a little bit of the wind knocked out of him. But again, great coverage in the back end, and right now, Harvey Wells County becoming a little bit, you try to make a team one-dimensional, and they're not running the ball too much, and you can probably say Carson Mertz not being in there is a big factor why, but Harvey Wells County really becoming one-dimensional right now, Joel.
4th down and 10 for the Hornets, and they will punt. At least it appears they will punt. We've seen them change things up as Opdahl is out here, and we'll drop this one downfield, and it's Deutsch to track it down. Touches at the 30, will roll out of bounds at the 35, rolls out of bounds at the 30, and Central Cass will get the football. 3:31 to go before the half. They lead 14-0. They've had a touchdown scored in each of the first 2 quarters, and now we're looking at a flag back down at the 40. Chase, what did you see?
Yeah, I saw 1 Hornet and 2 Squirrels getting a tussle, and one of the Hornets there was Erickson, and right now we'll see what the holding penalty is on. And yeah, I kind of thought it was against Central Cass because Erickson was coming off the ground there. So we'll see where the penalty is on and where they'll probably just mark it back 10 yards from the end of the kick here against Central Cass.
Hey, you never know what's going to be the outcome when a Squirrel and a Hornet come to tussle on the near sideline.
Especially if they're finding your bag of trick-or-treat candy there, Joel.
So it will be against the Squirrels. We'll see where the spot comes. The official 3:31 to go before the half. But Chase, right now the Squirrels, not just with that 14-0 lead, they're in the driver's seat time-wise here. They can get this 3 minute 31 seconds, find the end zone with no time left. They'll be sitting pretty at the half.
Well, both teams have all 3 timeouts. So for Central Cass, you got the world of time. For Harvey Wells County, you'd like a quick 3 and out and get the ball back to your offense.
1st and 10, ball at the 21-yard line for the Squirrels after that penalty. Maggio looks right now, comes left, rifles this one, and it was in the hands of Wisniewski, and the official will call it a catch. It'll be a 11-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Ooh, from my vantage point, I thought that might have one-hop Frosty, but regardless, that was very close, Joel. But Wisniewski can't the effort, right? You can't take away the effort. He was able to leap out for that ball and make the catch.
Ball up to the 32-yard line now for the Squirrels. Fresh set of downs. Trips on the near side. Wiersma in the backfield as we approach the 3-minute mark left in this first half. Ball goes to Wisniewski, drops it, picks it up, brings it up to the 40, stiff arms to about the 44-yard line.
a broken play, and Owen Wiersma, just like in your backyard, Joel, just, here's the ball, go do something. A delayed handoff on the draw almost turns into a turnover. Instead, it gets a first down there for Wiersma.
And that's what we talked about Wiersma, is his ability to be so explosive in tight spaces, and that's a situation where he had to showcase those skills so well. As we look at a 1st and 10, Squirrels at their own 44-yard line. Maggio immediately gets the ball out, and it's into the hands of Wiersma. He is taken down at the 50.
Isaac Freeze, outside linebacker's been making a lot of plays here for the Hornets this afternoon. But the one thing that Harvey Wells County has been able to do too much of right now against Maggio, and that's apply some pressure. On the opposite side, we're seeing the Squirrels getting to Isaac Freeze when he's at quarterback, but we haven't been able to see the guys up front with the Kellers, the Sankos, the Fowles of the world for the Hornets to really put some pressure on Maggio when he's in that shotgun formation.
Correction, that was Ellison with the 6-yard pickup, 7-yard pickup, 2nd down and 7, ball at the 49 of Harvey Wells County. Maggio releases the one to the far side and will connect with Deutsch, who makes the catch at the 41. That is a 9-yard pickup, and that is another first down coming for the Squirrels. Chase, as soon as they establish that passing game, Central Cass has been dialed in with that 14-0 lead.
Yeah, after those 2 interceptions to start, Maggio has really found his way. I think it started with that play across the middle to Wiersma on a 3rd down and 10 that he hit the needle, and since then you can just kind of tell his confidence and where he wants to go with the ball. He's making a 1 or 2 reads, and boom, the ball's getting out of his hand.
1st down and 10, ball at the 41 of Harvey Wells County. Maggio fakes the handoff, will throw to Ellison. Ellison straddles the far sideline and is out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
And now for Central Cass, all of a sudden when you get Wiersma going, now you get this passing game going. This is what's made the Squirrels offense so tough to defend all year long, no matter who they played, is where do you want to go? And now if you get Ellison, you get McKinney, you get Wisniewski. We know about Deutsch and Wiersma, but when you can get those role players even involved in the game, this makes that Squirrels offense that much more dangerous.
1st and 10, ball at the 24-yard line of Harvey Wells County for the Central Cass Squirrels. 2 minutes left to go before the half. Wiersma will get the ball on the handoff. It is immediately wrapped around at the line of scrimmage. Nick DeSanko, credit him for sticking with the hard-running Wiersma, and I think it will be no gain and a 2nd down.
And Sieg able to come in and finish him off. Swang was part of the party as well to make him cut back inside. That's probably one of the better times we've seen the Hornets contain Wiersma, Joel, out of the back end there.
2nd down and 8 actually will be 2-yard pickup for Wiersma. Not a lot of carries. In fact, none of the carries for Wiersma have been for no gain or negative yards. A 2nd down and 8. Ball to the Hornets' 23-yard line, under a minute and a half to go in the half. Maggio dropping back, has some time, moves to the near side, throws on the run, and this one to the hands of Ellison will make the catch at the 12-yard line.
Great job by Ellison to come back to the football, find the rolling quarterback, and Central Cass, Joel, they'll take a timeout here.
Squirrels want to take a timeout, 1:10 left to play here in our first half. 14-0 Central Cass. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow into the new space and move forward with excellence.
And we are back. 14-0 Central Cass leads Harvey Wells County. Timeout taken by the Squirrels. 1:10 left to go before the half. We'll get our first half scoring summary coming your way here at the half. We'll also get a chance to talk to both coaches with Chase Miller down on the sideline. Thanks to those joining us here on our broadcast. We'll get you score updates from around the state of North Dakota on this now 9B and 11B playoffs underway. 3rd down and 2, ball at the 11-yard line of Harvey Wells County. Wiersma in the backfield, Biffert to his left. And Wiersma moves to the left side. Biffert gives him the block to the 10, to the 5, end zone. 11-yard touchdown for Owen Wiersma, his 2nd of the game. And this Squirrels offense is rolling right now.
It's been Wiersma 2 times on the ground, Wiersma through the air. They found Owen, and he's doing a little bit of everything right now for head coach Tommy Butler. as there's enough time left as the clock comes out here, Joel, for a second on the field. There we go, 65 seconds left, and Harvey Wells County, we'll see what they can try to muster up. But tell you what, Wiersma has been the dude so far here for the Squirrels.
For Coda, 94% on extra points attempts, 2 for 2 today. He will attempt to make it a 21-0 game. The kick is up and good, and it is 21-0 Central Cass. 1:05 left to play in the first half. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that people are really going to appreciate.
Dakota.
And we are back on YourLiveEvent.com. 21-0 Central Cass. Owen Wiersma, he has scored 2 touchdowns on the ground. He has passed for a touchdown, hit completion to Cade McKinnon, and we are looking good here for Central Cass with 1:05 left to play before the half. Joel Morgan with you on the call. Chase Miller, sideline color commentary. Madison Quinn on the camera. Chris Bambino-Crick on the camera sideline. We'll hear from both coaches at the half. We'll also get you our first half number. Here comes Verkota's kick, and this one is low down at the 25-yard line. And it is picked up by Erickson, and Erickson is able to find himself some open field as he returns it to about the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, Harvey Wells County. This offense looked like they were rolling through their first 2 possessions. They were aided by a pair of interceptions that came early in the first quarter, but since then their offense has just not been able to adjust to the adjustments made by the Central Cass Squirrels. In particular, those front 3 for the Squirrels have done a great job making open field for the rest of their teammates to make the big plays. Look for Harvey Wells County to get some big chunk yardage here. 1st and 10. Hornets at their own 38-yard line, down 21-0. Freeze comes back. 3-step drop, has time, throws towards the flats. And it is Keller with the ball at the 45. Is it a completion? It will be. 7-yard completion for Freeze as he connects with Keller. And a 2nd down and 3. And now we're going to get a timeout taken on the field for Harvey Wells County. Timeout comes with 45.5 seconds left to play in the first half. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo.
47.5 left to play in the first half. Harvey Wells County 2nd down and 2 at their own 46-yard line, down 21-0. Freeze looks around, tucks and run. Freeze will get enough for the first down to the far sideline out at the 45. So Freeze a 9-yard run. It results in the first down for Harvey Wells County. That is 4 first downs in this half by my count, and the Hornets will move the chain to plus territory. 39.6 left.
Bifford able to get the tackle and take him on. I think that's something Freeze might have to do more, Joel. Again, we mentioned it in the pregame. With Mertz being out at running back, Freeze might have to take on the load a little bit and just say, hey, we might not get the big play down the field, but let's get 4 or 5 yards and able to tuck and run there at QB.
1st and 10. Ball at the 44-yard line of Central Cass. And faking the handoff to the deep back is Freeze, throws towards the flat, and this one is caught. Could be a big play for the Squirrels. Thornton makes a nice move, is down at the 25-yard line.
They ran a wheel route after the play action right to Thorson, and a great touch there by Freeze, Joel. I mean, he put that one right in the breadbasket and in the bucket there for the Hornets.
So the Hornets will pick up some yards on the 17th pass attempt for Isaac Freeze, and we're looking at a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line of Central Cass. Timeout taken on the field. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
And welcome back out of that timeout. It is a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line of Central Cass. 30.1 left to go before halftime. Central Cass leads 21-0. Freeze immediately gets pressured, corralled to the far sideline, and somehow gets some positive yards, but Miles Vance, Chase, was right there to bring the pressure.
Yeah, Miles Vance was unblocked and able to force Freeze to come out. Bifford, they're able to get the tackle, but like we kind of mentioned in 1 or 2 plays prior, Freeze is probably going to have to find his way like that, right? Get out of the pocket, make a quick decision, either to pass it down the field or just say, you know what, let's tuck and run and try to get some yards. And he does a nice job of getting out of bounds as well because, correct me if I'm wrong, Joel, I think Harvey only has Wells County 1 timeout left, right?
Yep, that is correct as they get to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 9. Ball at the 24-yard line of Central Cass. Harvey Wells County could get some big momentum here with a touchdown before halftime. Freeze immediately pressured again, and Vance will bring him down. The pass is off, almost intercepted, but a great job by Vance, again unguarded on that play, and brings the pressure.
The snap took a little while to get there. They were trying to set up the screen, but the problem was, like you said, Vance immediately was in Freeze's wheelhouse, and he had Tyler Cruchet kind of as a 1-2 combination, and fortunate there for Harvey that one was not picked off.
3rd down and 9. Ball will be at the 24-yard line. Harvey Wells County has gotten inside the 20, turned it over on downs. Almost new territory for the Hornets. Their offense looked well, or was rolling well, coming in that first quarter. 2nd quarter, they've had their issues. 3rd down and 9. Ball at the 24. Freeze pressured again, is able to elude the tackle by Cruchet, eludes the tackle by Williams, gets the pass off, intercepted. Cade McKinnon, how about that? His 2nd interception of the game. It was all started by the pressure up front, and McKinnon, his 2nd interception, 6 on the year. A team leading 6, and the Squirrels will get the ball to run out time for the final 6.7 seconds.
Freeze did a heck of a job trying to extend that play and not going down, and, with not too much time left, he's going to have to force one. That's what he did. McKinnon was draped over Keaton Keller at tight end to make that interception.
And the Squirrels will snap the ball and get the final 4.5 seconds rolling as Maggio will take the knee, and the Squirrels will go into the half leading 21-0 here against Harvey Wells County in round 1 of the 11B football playoffs. Halftime show coming your way next on yourliveevent.com. And we are back on the half. 21-0 Central Cass leads Harvey Wells County in the opening round of the playoffs. Let's go down the field. Chase Miller is joined by head coach Tommy Butler.
Thank you very much, Joel. Tommy, first and foremost, I'm sure after the opening 10 minutes to find yourself down 0-0, you're able to make, a turnover on downs, then Wiersma able to put that one in. What did that drive kind of do for significance after having 2 turnovers, but able to find yourself up 7-0 after the first?
Honestly, it was just we just got to get going, Defensively, we kept shutting them down. Offensively, we told the guys, just relax, we're all right, we're making plays. They make 2 really good plays on defense to get us off the field, but right now there's there's really no response for 26 when that cat gets the ball. He's a freak, man.
We can talk a lot about Owen Wiersma. Let's talk about Miles Vance, Ryan Stafford, Tyler Cruchet. You've really only brought a lot of three-man pressure, and they've been able to get to freeze a lot.
Unbelievable. Those guys are absolutely balling up front. Their effort is relentless. We're still, we're rolling other guys in there. But, yeah, those three are just – they're unblockable right now. And we just told them before we went in, hey, don't relax. Don't relax. That's our big key right now.
Hey, Coach Butler, thanks so much for your time.
I appreciate it. Go Squirrels.
Back to you, Joel.
Thank you, Chase. It is 21-0 Central Cass leading Harvey Wells County. We'll get our first half scoring summary coming your way next on yourliveevent.com.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Going to NDSCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
If you want help from a firm who has integrity, respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the benefit of the community, then look no further than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys are dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsboro, and Castleton. Or visit our website at www.onsteadlaw.com.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
And welcome back to the half. Central Cass leads Harvey Wells County 21-0. Joel Morgan with you on the broadcast. Chase Miller on the sideline doing some color commentary. Madison Quinton getting some great shots of some of our fans in attendance and what has become a very beautiful Saturday out here in Castleton. Chris Bambino Creek also on the camera for us on the sideline, getting some shots of our fans. Central Cass with a 21-0 lead here in this afternoon's matchup. Let's get our first half scoring summary. Teams went back and forth early in that first quarter. 2 interceptions were thrown by Majo, the quarterback, but Central Cass finally able to find the end zone with 2:07 left to go in the first quarter. Once they started going direct snaps to Owen Wiersma, their offense settled. Wiersma, 33-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good, would make it 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. The Squirrels would score once again at the 4:06 mark of the second quarter. Owen Wiersma, you're going to hear him a lot on the scoring summary. Moving to the quarterback position, Wiersma able to connect with Cade McKinnon for a 4-yard touchdown. Wiersma in the role of quarterback makes it 13-0, extra point again good, 14-0, and then Wiersma once again an 11-yard touchdown run with 1:05 left to go before the half. Extra point is good, and that's what takes us to our 21-0 ball game out here tonight in the 11B playoffs. We'll step aside once more, and we will get you some first half numbers coming up. It's high school football on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises. Have you been thinking about upgrading your planter? Take advantage of up to 10% cash discounts on all precision planting equipment through August 31st. Rebates of up to $200 per row with Delta Force V-Drive and Speed Tube are also available with cash discounts or our financing options. Now is the time to upgrade your planter at the lowest pricing of the season. Stop by for a visit. RDK Enterprises now open in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota, or look us up at planterdoc.com.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
It is 21-0. Central Cass Squirrels leading Harvey Wells County. First half numbers still to come. Let's send it down to Chase Miller for some score updates.
Thank you very much, Joel. A lot of people curious about that Hillsborough Central Valley game also on your live event against Lisbon, and right now it's all Burros. 30-0 right now at the half as that game gets ready to go in the third quarter again. 30-0 Hillsborough Central Valley. Some other scores from across the way in 9-man football. Ray Powers Lake and Surrey. Surrey, the Mustangs, a seeded team going up against the Outlaws of Ray Powers Lake. Surrey leads 32-16 late in the second quarter. We go from there to some other scores. Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, and Mayport CG. The Lobos right now are able to take an early 22-0 lead as they go into the half currently. Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, a squad that has pitched 7 shutouts in 8 games so far this season. The Lobos are doing it a little bit more here in this particular playoff round. From there, some other updates. We'll continue to give you some of those throughout the half, as this game was at 1, some games were at noon, and some other games were at 2 o'clock here this afternoon. Nelson County right now, and alongside St. John, that game currently going on. Nelson County won the first time around between those Woodchucks, and alongside Nelson County. Currently right now, it's Nelson County 8 and St. John the Woodchucks scoreless with 11 minutes left to play in the first half. So those are some of the scores. A reminder, we'll get you some other scores once we get to our post game, and also we're going to hear from Coach Doctor from Harvey Wells County, the Hornets, and see what they can do after being down 21-0. They have to play defense to start the second half. Again, what's at stake in this game? The Hornets trying to win their first opening round game since 2009. They were state champs in 2007 and 2008 for the Hornets, but they haven't won a playoff game in the opening round since 2009. 0-8 since then for Central Cass. A win here today would put them back into the semifinals for the third time in 6 years. It was previously 11AA. Now they're in 11B. They haven't made, though, the Dakota Bowl or the championship game since 1980 for the Squirrels. So this would be a step in the right direction. But right now, again, at the half, also on your live event, Hillsborough Central Valley 30, Lisbon scoreless currently right now, Joel, at the half.
Thank you, Chase. We'll be back with first half numbers coming.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176. For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devil's Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
Honesty, loyal.
And welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. 21-0 Central Cass leads Harvey Wells County. Let's send it down the sideline with Chase Miller.
Thank you very much, Joel. Head coach Brett Doctor with us. And Coach, I know the opening 8 minutes, you probably liked what you saw from your squad in terms of able to kind of find their footing on a field that you really haven't played here before here in Castleton. Just kind of what changed there in the second quarter to allow Central Cass to kind of get up by a couple scores here?
You know, we didn't take advantage of a couple of their turnovers and capitalize. And then they just went down the field a couple times on us and kind of sucked the air a little bit out of us. And we've got to, we have to make some adjustments, and we've got to respond here in the second half. We're not out of this thing. We were down 20 or 30-8 in Langdon and came back. So we know we got the power to do it, but we've got to clean up a lot of stuff and give them credit. They're creating some problems for us up front that we've got to fix.
Talk about Owen Weersman, number 26 for Central Cass. What does he pose as a threat in terms of just trying to tackle and trying to keep him in front of your defenders?
He's a good little running back, and it's a new wrinkle we hadn't seen much of. They hadn't ran a lot of Wildcat, and so that's something we had to adjust with, and give them credit. They caught us with it a little bit, but hopefully the second half we got the adjustments now. We're ready to go.
Final thing for you, what's it just going to take in these final 24 minutes, like you said, to come back and put this one in the fourth quarter with a chance to win?
We've got to sustain some drives. We got to finish some drives, and we got to continue to make some turnovers and get them off the field. And we did that right away. And then we had a lull there in the second quarter where we didn't, and that we can't have that against good teams.
Hey, Brett, as always, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Back to you, Joel.
Thank you, Chase. That was Chase Miller, Brett Doctor, head coach of Harvey Wells County. Central Cass leads 21-0. Second half coming your way next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true. Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Let's get.
And welcome back to Castleton. It is a 21-0 lead for the Central Cass Squirrels. Joel Morgan with you on YourLiveEvent.com. The Squirrels, who have a whole lot of momentum on their side right now, will get the football to begin the second half of play. Opdahl will do the kicking for the Hornets. Ellison and Deutsch will return the kickoff. 21-0 the lead for Central Cass, and here we go, kickoff on the near side, and they will go to the side of Will Ellison. Ellison will pitch it back to Deutsch, almost identical to the play we saw for Harvey Wells County, except Deutsch will be tackled at the 15-yard line.
Tell you what, after that one hopped the returner to throw that back to Deutsch, Joel. You got a lot of confidence that you're going to make the pitch in Deutsch, but better job by Harvey Wells County. And you know what? You put Central Cass probably in their worst starting field position of the day here, and a chance, as we heard from Coach Doctor, we'll see what some of the wrinkles and adjustments are here in this third quarter.
21-0 Central Cass, looking to play next week in what is looking like it will be Hillsboro Central Valley. First and 10 at their own 16-yard line. Majo will go to Wiersma, and Wiersma to the 25, up to the 30, taken down for a pickup of 14 and a first down.
I don't know if we've given enough credit to the guys up front in terms of the linemen, Haugen, Crochet, Van Hall, Burley, and Sell. Those guys have just done a really nice job here today for the Squirrels. Joel opening up holes for Wiersma.
Yeah, and that was something that was touched upon in the pregame show, is just the ability of this line to work as a unit, the ability of these down receivers to work as a unit to create openings. First and 10, Squirrels at their own 31-yard line. Majo will go to Wiersma again. No surprise, Wiersma eludes the tackle in the backfield and turns that into a gain of about 3. Tim Swang had him wrapped around the hips, but Wiersma kept the legs moving, and it'll be a pickup of 3 and a second down and 7.
You know, Swang's got that defensive end body on the outside, and, you know, just kind of find a way to get there, wrap up, and that's what he was able to do against Wiersma. But right now, if you're Central Cass, you know, just how valuable a score would be here for the Squirrels to try to get up by 4 possessions. On the opposite side for Harvey, Wells County just find a way to not allow them to get anything in the end zone this drive.
Second down and 7, Squirrels at their 34. First drive of the second half, pass towards the flat. Ellison at the 30, 35, out of bounds at the 39. Ellison will pick up 5 on the first completion of the second half for Majo. They talk about how well Majo has been playing to begin really after a rough first 2 possessions. He still hasn't passed for a touchdown completion. That went to Owen Wiersma, who's been the do-all guy so far for Central Cass.
And that's the thing with the Squirrels. Even though they had those 2 interceptions to start, look at what they've been able to do, Joel, for the last about 16 minutes of game time here offensively.
Third down and 2. They're at their own 39-yard line. Wiersma with the direct snap. Wiersma the first down and then some, and he is down at the 46. Wiersma, by my count, has had 19 carries in this game. None have been for a loss of yards. None have been for no gain. Another fresh set of downs for the Squirrels. That will be a first and 10 at their 46.
Fight comes in on the tackle, but, you look on the left-hand side there for Central Castell and Burley again, kind of that 1-2 combination. And the one thing that the Squirrels do so well here, Joel, is they get that zone game running. You're not going to see a lot of pulls, and you're going to allow Wiersma to kind of attack either side here for Central Cass.
First and 10 at the 46 for the Squirrels. Hand off to Wiersma again to the left side, to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to about the 35-yard line. And Wiersma, another big pickup, and the Squirrels will keep the ball moving.
Now all of a sudden, if you're Harvey Wells County, you feel like you might have to come out and really, sell out here on the run against Wiersma. The problem is once you do that, Deutsch, Ellison, Wisniewski, they got some speed on the outside. But if you're Harvey Wells County, no safeties over the top right now for the Hornets.
First and 10 at the 36 of Harvey Wells County. When they get these guys in the mix, Chase, you're correct. It is a different-looking offense as Wiersma trying to turn a corner. Wiersma to the 35, to the 30, straddles the near sideline, out at the 20. 16-yard pickup on that run for Wiersma. And another first down.
Great job by Wiersma just to attack the edge and then just kind of plateau, right? You're looking to either get your foot in the ground and get north to south and get as many yards as you can, or you're trying to get to the near boundary and try to find a little sliver of daylight. That's what he's able to do. And back-to-back first down rushes here for Wiersma right now. And, the Hornets putting 8 guys in the box, but Central Cass not running north to south, more east to west here with the speed of Owen.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line. Wisniewski will be in the backfield this time, and he will get a handoff bump to the left side, and maybe a loss of 1 or 2 and a second down.
Great job on the tackle there. Brock Fike was one of the men on the party, also DeSanko with the 1-2 combination. And here's something we haven't said too many times today, Joel. 2nd and 10, right, for Central Cass. I've heard you say 2nd and 8, 2nd and 3, 1st and 10, but we haven't seen 2nd and, behind the chains too many times here for the Squirrels.
Second down and 10, ball at the 22-yard line of Harvey Wells County. And it's Wiersma in the backfield, Biffert to his left. With this coverage, Wiersma may be looking to pass this one off. Instead, he'll tuck and run to the 20, to the 15, down at the 14-yard line. Wiersma gets 8 yards on the carry.
He's shy of the first down there, but again, 3rd and very manageable for head coach Tommy Butler. And we kind of heard Coach Doctor say, they came out with a new wrinkle in that Wildcat. Haven't seen it too much against the Squirrels this year. And that Wildcat, Joel, has posed problems for this Hornets defense.
3rd down and 2. Central Cass inside the red zone. Don't count out Harvey Wells County. They have had some late comebacks. They have fallen short, but they have been against top 5 teams, which is what Central Cass is with the playoffs. You're always going to get that extra effort. 3rd down and 2 at the 19. Wiersma direct snap, turns the edge up to the 10-yard line, and is finally taken down. Wiersma will get enough for the first down.
Keaton Keller was able to get up the field, the defensive end for Harvey on the near side. Wiersma then put his foot in the ground, and as he was able to do that, get enough for the first. Nice job for Keller to get up the field to force Wiersma to come back into some help. The problem was Central Cass had a little bit of a hat on the hat there to get enough for that first down.
Some personnel changes from Central Cass, and Frosty Wisniewski looked like wasn't sure where he needed to be as he'll come to the sideline. And also coming back out in that mix, Brendan Majol will come out. So we will see some shots into the end zone. Biffert, the fullback, tailback will be Wiersma. 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. Make that a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. And Wiersma maybe a yard or 2 on the run. 2nd and goal from 8 yards out.
If you're Harvey here for Wells County, Joel, you can give up a field goal. You're still back within 3 possessions, but a touchdown here, that would make things a little bit more of a tougher hill to climb in the second half.
21-0 Central Cass leads. They're on the doorstep of adding to that right now. Again, they got a good kicker, so this drive likely to end in points. 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. They've chewed up some time as well as we got 7.5 to go in this 3rd quarter, and we'll go to the tailback. No, faking the handoff and taking a shot at the end zone was Majo, and unable to get the completion. Good coverage downfield, and time will stop with 7:28 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Thorson saw the tight end come across the middle there. Thorson put his hand up, never got his head around, but got his hands up there. Joel kind of hit the upper part of his back. Good job to kind of find where the open Central Cass receiver was, able to go find him and put his hands up and get the deflection.
Szapewski was the intended receiver downfield. They want to get him that touchdown, would be the first touchdown of the season, as it's a 3rd and goal from 8 yards out. A whole bunch of players in the backfield for Majo. Play action again. Shot at the end zone to Deutsch. 8-yard touchdown reception. 27-0 Central Cass.
That was just simple. Just put Deutsch in the end zone, go 3 yards, and then allow him to come back right before the pylon. A great route there by Deutsch and a better ball by Majo to put it to him a little bit on the near side. I can't talk enough about Deutsch in terms of his number 19. He might remind you of a 19 that wears purple on Sundays, Adam Thielen, just a guy that knows how to do a lot in terms of receiving here for Central Cass this season.
And extra point attempts on the way for Central Cass, trying to make it a 28-0 game. And instead, it's going to be Fire. Rolling out to the near sideline. Ellison shot at the end zone, incomplete. And Chase, I'm not sure if it was a broken play or a set play, but the 2-point attempt will be no good as Central Cass leads this one 27-0. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
This is Jim Lund from Legacy Seeds. Did you know in a bag of seed, 100% of the yield potential comes from 2 components, the seed's genetics and the seed's quality? Here at Legacy Seeds, along with delivering the most cutting-edge genetics, we pride ourselves in having some of the industry's highest quality standards. Because we know each spring, a farmer gets one chance to plant with the highest yield potential, and here at Legacy Seeds, we're just the company to help you do it.
So give them a call. Legacy Seeds, Alice, North Dakota, 701-689-BEAN or legacyseeds.com.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring.
And here comes the kickoff. It is 27-0, Central Cass. And Erickson returns this one up to the 30. He put his head down big to take that big hit. And now pressure time coming right now for Harvey Wells County. Chase, time is not on their side. They are a team that has managed some near comebacks. They lost 28-26 against Hillsborough Central Valley, and then they lost 37-30 against Langdon, a game where they were down at one point 30-8.
Yeah, tough Northeast region that the Hornets had to play in all year long with two particular powers in the last handful of years and find themselves in situations to come back. The question always is, Joel, how much of a hole do you dig yourself before you finally can get out of, or did you dig yourself too much? Good news for the Hornets, all timeouts remaining, but this feels like a must-score kind of drive here for Harvey Wells County.
1st and 10 from their own 30. And Freeze wants to keep it himself and is down at the 32-yard line. Finally is down at the 32-yard line, Chase. The officials letting him play through that, and Freeze grinding out a few extra yards.
Yeah, they were trying to bring DeSanko there on a pull left to right across the formation, and it's been one of the few times we've seen a designed run there for Harvey Wells County. So, again, just trying to get ahead of the sticks and allow, 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6 here on your play call.
2nd down and 8. 32-yard line of Harvey Wells County, and Freeze takes a shot deep downfield, and this one is into the hands of Keller. Keller to the 50, and it's a 22-yard completion and a first down for Harvey Wells County. Chase, they need that right now.
Yeah, McKinnon went to go dive and try to bat the ball. He's still down at the 40-yard line right now, Joel. He went to go try to get down on the ball there. I think he just might be cramping, but because he went for the ball, allowed the catch, the yards after the catch there for Harvey Wells County.
We're going to get an injury timeout on the field. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
And we are back on yourliveevent.com. Central Cass leads Harvey Wells County 27-0. 6:39 to go out here in this third quarter. It is Harvey Wells County's ball. Cade McKinnon was down with an injury, and some timeout for that. It was an official's timeout as both teams will come back out on the field and set to go. The winner of this game will play the winner of Hillsborough Central Valley and Lisbon. We'll have that for you coming up next week on yourliveevent.com. Harvey Wells County 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of Central Cass. Harvey Wells County, Chase has alluded to it here on this drive. This is really a must-score situation with not a whole lot of time left. Seems like we got a whole quarter and 6.5 minutes to go, but time gets away from you fast. It's a handoff to Thornton. Madden Thornton at the 50 is taken down. A flag is down on the near sideline. And judging by that spotting of the flag, I'd imagine it's going to be a holding call that comes against Harvey Wells County.
I've been really impressed here. Thornton's got some wheels, and he can move left to right, but I've been really impressed with the back end here for the Squirrels the entire game, and Deutsch was able to make that particular tackle in open space. And the Squirrels, again, their speed to start the season against Hillsborough Central Valley, I think, took the state on notice, and they had a phenomenal season. Just one hiccup against Kinder, but they're showing you why, Joel, that they've kind of been in the top 5 poll or in the receiving votes throughout the entire year here in 11B.
First down and 20 on that call, that holding call that comes against the Hornets. Trips to the near side. It is Freeze and Thornton in the backfield. Make that Sieg, the fullback, now playing tailback in the backfield for Freeze. Freeze gets a block, can't get by as he is slowed by Miles Vance, and the teammates will come to help out. It will be a sack against the quarterback, Freeze. No gain on the carry, and a 2nd down and 20.
And this is one of the situations here for Central Cass. They can start to tee off now in a 1st and 20. They understand what's coming. And for Harvey Wells County, you wonder if you might see a screen or try to get a quick bubble screen here. Get the ball out of Freeze's hands quick, allow it to get to your playmaker, and see if you can get a missed tackle to get down the field.
2nd down and 21. That tackle, that sack against Freeze, a loss of a yard. Pair of receivers either side for the junior quarterback. Again, he has Sieg to block. Freeze to the far sideline, up the middle, throws it. It's caught by Thornton. He will make the catch at the 49-yard line, so about an 11-yard pickup on the completion to Madden Thornton. He has his 4th reception of the game. Chase, that is your top receiver if you're Harvey Wells County, and Thornton, who has moved to the tailback position coming into this game.
And we got an injured player here, Joel, with Wisniewski. Might be a cramp as well.
And coming into this game, over 1,000 yards receiving for Madden Thornton, and now you got to move him into the backfield, and that is he has been able to answer the call, but now you have to get him out in open space to try to get a touchdown here, down 27-0. Injury on the field. We'll step aside. It's high school football on yourliveevent.com.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Farming today.
And for the Hornets, a 3rd down and 11 at their 49-yard line. Freeze comes back, is pressured by Vance, throws on the run, and it is caught by Thornton, and it is going to be enough for a first down.
Nice job by Thorson, able to come at the numbers, Joel. He broke off his route at the 30-yard line, able to come back and make that reception. And there you go. You put Freeze out of the pocket, you allow that run-pass option, and now Harvey, Wells County getting the line quickly.
Yeah, you talked about them having to sell out the run on defense. They're selling out the run on offense. They're trying to get the big plays to their playmaker, Thorson. Freeze comes back, immediately pressure, throws a screen pass that is incomplete to Cale Sieg. I thought I had saw some early movement, but there's no indication on the field. It will be a 2nd down and 10 at the 37.
That snap, Joel, it kind of took a little bit to finally get to Freeze. And when you're on your screen, that snap's got to get to the QB's hands quickly. Otherwise, off timing to what you just said, the timing looks a little bit off.
2nd down and 10 at the 37. The incompletion will stop time with 4:48 left to go in this 3rd quarter. The Squirrels have scored a touchdown in all 3 quarters. It's been an impressive showing for Central Cass, who was a little lackluster to start this game. First 2 pass attempts for Majo were interceptions. 2nd down and 10 at the 37-yard line. Inside of Central Cass territory is Harvey, Wells County. Freeze gets corralled to the far sideline. It will be an incompletion, and that is Ryan Stafford. Stafford, Vance Cruchet, the 3 D linemen, Chase, we have said their name a whole lot this game, and they have earned that.
Yeah, as much as you don't want to talk about Owen Wiersma on the offensive side for Central Cass, and rightfully so, I think the 3 guys you just said for Central Cass, they have made it just a long day for Freeze at the quarterback spot, and that's the reason why they're pitching this shutout right now, Joel, so far here throughout this contest. Those 3 guys have been players 1A, B, and C here for Central Cass's defense.
3rd down and 10. Ball is at the 37-yard line of Central Cass. Harvey, Wells County needs a big play. They'll put 4 receivers left side. Empty backfield for Freeze. Flag is down. It looked like it came on the movement as Freeze will run this one to the 30. He is upended by Isaac Williams, but we'll see what the call comes down on the field.
The play clock was running down to 0, so Harvey, Wells County broke the formation late. And they just kind of were trying to get there quickly enough, and it was either going to be illegal set, illegal formation, or illegal shift, because by the time I looked at the play clock, Joel, it was pretty much right at 0 when Freeze was able to get that ball off.
3rd down and 10. Right now, they will lose some yards. They'll get backed up here with 4:31 to go in this 3rd quarter, and Chase for 2 offenses that Central Cass a little bit more balanced than what Harvey, Wells County has seen. For 2 teams that have been led by an aerial attack, we have seen some click quarters so far.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, you mentioned about the opportunities that present itself and the quick attack by both these teams. Mertz not playing obviously has disrupted Harvey, Wells County's offense, and sometimes not how you play a team, it's when you play them. And Central Cass comes up against the Hornets, and they've been able to muster enough to get this advantage.
3rd down and 15. Harvey, Wells County at the Squirrels' 42-yard line. Central Cass line up, but they want to bring the pressure. They will pressure Freeze, and Freeze will cough up the football. There's a pile on it, and it will be Harvey, Wells County. but I believe that was Vance who was able to get that one free, or Williams. One of those guys came in and just punched that ball right out of the hands of Freeze. And fortunately for Harvey Wells County, Chase, not only do they hang on to the football, they get out a yard or two on that.
DeSanko comes up the left guard with the fumble recovery, and Vance, he came in kind of like a, went in for the strip sack, and that's exactly what he did. Brought his right hand down, got it on the ball on Freeze, and now for Harvey Wells County, a long fourth down here, Joel, as they're going to need to get to the Squirrels 27 for the first.
4th down and 15. Harvey Wells County at the Squirrels 42. They are down 27-0. They need to get this first down desperately. Does the Hornets right now. We'll get a flag. And I did not see the infraction. The play clock has gotten down to 0. That's unfortunate for Harvey Wells County, Chase, because they were figuring some stuff out on offense. They started getting Madden Thorson and some different looks, different packages at RPO, and now you shoot yourself in the foot with these 2 penalties.
And now you're just hoping to throw one down the field, allow one of your receivers to go up, make a catch. Maybe you get a penalty, but a reminder, Joel, if there is a pass interference, it's not an automatic first down in high school football.
4th down and 20, for Harvey Wells County. Freeze has time. Gets a nice block in the backfield, airs this one out and knocked away. That is Will Ellison who will knock it away, an incompletion. And we have an injured player on the field for Central Cass, but the Squirrels will get the ball back in a good spot on the field. As we'll step aside here, we'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
The same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them...
And welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. 27-0 Central Cass leads. 3:03 to play, third quarter. Thanks for joining us on YourLiveEvent.com. Joel Morgan up here in the press box. Chase Miller on color on the sideline. Madison Quinn on our main cam. Chris Bambino Crick down on our field cam. Central Cass will get the ball back here with 3:03 to go in this third quarter. And the Squirrels offense coming out. They had an injured player. Chase was taken to the sideline. It's been a very physical game.
It has been. Ashton, the tight end, comes out there and, plays on the defensive side, two-way player here. But the physicality so far has favored Central Cass in 2.5 quarters.
Wiersma finds some open space far side of the field to the 40 out at the 38-yard line.
Wiersma, the ball carrier.
And Wiersma able to get himself a big run on that pickup.
And this is the thing, Wiersma left, Wiersma right, Wiersma up the middle. He's even thrown for one. Owen Wiersma has definitely had that type of a season. And the crazy thing when you just kind of look at Owen Wiersma and where he's kind of at, Joel, just a junior. So the rest of the Southeast region is going, aren't you a senior yet? Can't you just graduate and get on from here?
1st down and 10. Squirrels at Harvey Wells County's 36-yard line. Maggio looks to the near side, pump fakes, now rears back and throws. He has Deutsch at the 5, and Deutsch has it bounce off his hands. He had beaten Alex Erickson in the corner, but that one just a little high, and it will stop time with 2:49 to go in quarter number 3. A 2nd down and 10 at the 36.
Pitch and go. And that allowed the separation against Erickson, and Deutsch was almost able to come up with a perfect route and a beautiful catch. Fortunately for Harvey Wells County, that one was just a hair off to make Deutsch have to climb the ladder and not able to come down with it.
2nd down and 10 from the 36. And Maggio to Wiersma. Wiersma turns up at the 40. Was going to reverse the other way, but keeps going forward and is out at about the 31-yard line. He'll get 5 yards on the carry. Chase, you could see it in his eyes. He wanted to come to a complete stop and just come back the other way.
That's called hesitation. That would be like the crossover in basketball, just a little bit of hesitation with the head juke. Keaton Keller had him dead in rights. I mean, Keller played that perfectly on the outside here for Harvey Wells County, but that hesitation, Keller went back on the inside. Wiersma was able to bounce it out and get at least a couple yards there, Joel. Otherwise, that one probably would have been a 3rd and 10 upcoming.
3rd down and 7. Ball at the 33-yard line of Harvey Wells County. Squirrels lead 27-0. Maggio has time. Looks for Deutsch. Deutsch at the 1 into the end zone. A 33-yard completion. And another touchdown for Deutsch. He has scored back-to-back. 33-0 Central Cass.
That was a frozen rope by Maggio. And Deutsch again with the moves. If you allow time for Maggio, what Deutsch can do on the back end at the wide receiver spot, he gets a move, able to get by Erickson. Again, Harvey Wells County not really playing with safeties over the top because Wiersma has been rushing the ball, and Deutsch says thank you very much, and that's complimentary football right now by Central Cass.
Looking for an extra point attempt coming up here for Verkota to make it a 34-0 game. Here we go, the kick. Looking good from up here. It is good on the field, and Central Cass pushes their lead to 33-0. 2:09 to go, third quarter. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
In a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
If you're an
34-0 Central Cass leading Harvey Wells County, first round of the Class 11B playoffs. Touchdown coming for Deutsch. He has scored back-to-back for the Central Cass Squirrels. The Squirrels a touchdown in all three quarters we played. And Chase, we're now edging towards that running time territory, and if Harvey Wells County season on the line already didn't have enough pressure, they're going to get a whole lot more right now.
Yeah, and that's what we have is running time right now, 30 or more points in the second half. So whether it's an incompletion or not, it'll be running time moving forward unless Harvey Wells County is able to get under 30 points. So we mentioned about how last drive was kind of a you need to get a score. This one without question here for the Hornets.
We'll go to Erickson. Erickson to the far sideline, to the 40, to the 45, extends it to the 50. How about that running, Chase? He was wrapped around and extended 5 or 6 more yards on that run.
Well, you know, Erickson, again, you just look at his body, you look at his frame, he's got the size, he takes long strides, and, you know, there's a reason why you put him back there alongside with Matt and Thornton, just a 1-2 combination. Who do you want to kick to? Because they both have the ability to try to spring one free on special teams.
Yeah, Coach Butler talking about how impressed he was at the half with his team, specifically about their adjustments on defense, more so than how that offense was rolling. They've been strong offensively all year. 1st and 10th to 49 for Harvey Wells County. Again, they are down 34-0. Freeze to the near side, to the 50, up to the 45. And Freeze will pick up 4 yards on the run. By my count, that is Freeze's 11th carry of the game.
Out-of-town scoreboard, Langdon area Elmore Munich leads Oaks after 1, 8-6 after 1 quarter play, and then Bowman County leads Nedrose after 1 quarter play, 6-0 as well, Joel.
That was a 4-yard pickup. 2nd down and 6, ball up to the 45-yard line. We'll have our post-game show, Chase. There's a whole lot of players here who are worthy of having post-game conversations. We'll get as many as we can in what has been so far an exciting game for the Central Cass Squirrels. 2nd down and 6, Harvey Wells County at the Squirrels' 45-yard line. Under a minute to play, 3rd quarter. Freeze rears back and throws, incompletion, and that coming towards our camera on the sideline as well as you, Chase. Chase, are you away safely from that?
Yeah, our man Chris Crick is getting giddy up here and getting his hand on the football and gives it to Brad Whale, one of the line judges here. And I saw that one kind of come over me like a firework a little bit there, Joel. I was just waiting for the parachute to jump out of that football.
And we're in running time here. Our final 14 seconds to go as this 3rd quarter will be in the books. Central Cass has added 13 more points in this 3rd quarter. They lead 34-0. Harvey Wells County lining up like they want to run one more play before time expires. They will not. Our quarters in the books. 34-0. Harvey Wells County trailing Central Cass. We'll be back on yourliveevent.com.
You may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. This 1% interest loan is available for business expansion, business renovation, business improvements, and new businesses in Ada. Visit or contact Ada City Hall to receive additional information and how your business may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. Contact the City of Ada, 784-5520, or visit adamn.gov.
This is Jim Lund from...
We are back on YourLiveEvent.com. 34-0 Central Cass leads Harvey Wells County as our third quarter is in the books. Final 12 minutes of play, running time right now. Chase, priority number one. Get some points right now for Harvey Wells County. Get yourself some time.
Yeah, and it's kind of been a broken record since we started the second half, saying, Harvey Wells County just needs to find a way to get in the end zone. They had a chance there at the end of the second quarter, unable to capitalize, and right now they just need something quick, and then you need a turnover, an onside kick. You just need things to kind of fall your way here in the fourth quarter.
They're down and 6 from Central Cass's 45-yard line, and Central Cass looked like they were going to get a stunt and created some movement on the line. A flag comes down. We'll see who it's on. We'll be on the offense, and Harvey Wells County in the second half has just really struggled to avoid penalties.
Yeah, that one's going to go against Alan Thorson. Just flinched enough on the split end here for Harvey Wells County, and the Squirrels player saw it, pointed right to him, and there's the penalty.
Third down and 11. Squirrels bump back to the 50-yard line. Freeze comes back, has some blocking, looking for a deep shot here. Now is going to get pressured, eludes the tackle, nice move, rears back, throws this one far sideline, knocked away, incomplete, and good coverage by Frosty Wisniewski.
Frosty Wisniewski's given up some size there to Alex Erickson, but again, Freeze, he's been kind of just having to run for his life in the backfield. Central Cass does a really nice job. They really get around the line, and Coach Butler talked to you, Joel, in the pregame saying, you know what, if the Squirrels can win the line, it's going to be advantage Central Cass, and I think that's where it starts in football, but more importantly, it starts here today again with Harvey Wells County having their leading rusher out of this football game.
Fourth down and 11 for the Hornets. Running time right now as we approach 11 minutes left to play. Ball is on the 50. Freeze getting some time. Throws right before the hit, an incompletion. And Central Cass will get the ball at midfield.
That one almost felt like it just kind of slipped out of Freeze's hands. He just was backpedaling. The Miles Vance again was in on the pressure for Central Cass, and by the time Freeze kind of put his right foot on the ground, he just had to get rid of the ball, or he was going to get sacked. And it's been the story of the game. Again, I don't know if who you're going to go with or a player of the game, Joel, but I'm going to make a strong consideration for the three guys up front, Vance, Stafford, and Cruchet. That has just been a menace here for Harvey Wells County throughout this contest.
They have put all sorts of pressure on him on defense, on offense. They have allowed Majo to have the time that he has needed to establish that pass game after what was a rocky start offensively for Central Cass. 1st and 10 at the 50, 11:02 to go. And it will be a handoff by Majo. And for the Squirrels, a pickup of 9 as Central Cass has gone deep into their bench. That is Carter Majo, the sophomore who has come out to play quarterback. And that was Isaac Wisniewski with the carry. Pickup of 9, 2nd down and 1. So Central Cass has gone to their younger players here in this game, leading 34-0 with running time and 10.5 minutes left to play.
And these players, Joel, got some time late in the season with games against Linton H&B, Oak Grove, the Squirrels. Kind of what this has been the recipe. Take advantage of the first half, have a really good third quarter, and allow some of the number 2s on your depth chart to get in and get some reps here on Friday night or now Saturday afternoon playoff atmosphere.
You have some underclassmen seeing some varsity action, and what you would expect with the younger quarterback. That play clock got down to 0, and it will be a penalty called against the Central Cass Squirrels. A lot of equity on the top players in the depth chart for this team, Chase. Guys who saw a lot of action in this position as freshmen, some of them cracking the lineup as freshmen and sophomores on some teams that have run through some tough schedules, and it is all paying off right now for Central Cass.
It really is, and the Squirrels coming in, they're starting 5 on the line, Joel, just one senior, and that is Nate Burley. So a lot of guys coming back already next year as well for Coach Butler.
2nd down and 6, ball at the 46-yard line, and a handoff was Wisniewski up to the 45. He is taken down for a few-yard pickup.
Final, Joel, for Hillsborough, Central Valley, and Lisbon, 43-8 Burrows. So the winner of this contest, which looks like to be the team clad in red, will have a rematch with a squad that they beat to open up the season, Joel. And I think you and I were talking about it once the brackets came out. That was a salivating matchup potentially in the quarterfinals.
Yeah, so next Saturday we'll be in Hillsborough. Squirrels trying to get this clock down to 0 for a meeting against the Burros next week in the playoffs. 3rd down and 4. Ball at the 44-yard line of Harvey Wells County now. Maggio will go to Wisniewski. Eludes the defense up to the line of scrimmage. First down at the 35-yard line. That is a 9-yard pickup and a fresh set of downs for Central Cass. With every first down that comes for the Squirrels team right now, that gets them a step closer to a victory here in the first round of the playoffs. Last year, they were bumped by Beulah, 35-6. A 4-5 season for the Squirrels last year. This year, finishing 8-1, now to improve in 9-1. Harvey Wells County last year, 4-5. They lost to Lisbon in the first round, but hats off to Harvey Wells County so far, not just in this game chase, but their season. They are in a very, very tough region.
Yeah, very tough region. They just barely lost to Hillsborough, Central Valley, Langdon area, and Munich as well. This is a squad that has nothing to hang their hats about so far this year.
And a handoff will come to Jay Dutt, and he is stopped at the 36-yard line. Dutt last week, 3 touchdowns against Oak Grove, a senior who has put a lot of time on the Squirrels team, and last week an opportunity for him to add some numbers to his career that is coming towards an end as being a senior.
And this is going to be a season low for Harvey Wells County, Joel. The previous season low, 26, as they did that against Hillsborough, Central Valley, and Oaks this year.
2nd down and 11 for the Squirrels at Harvey Wells County's 46-yard line. And a handoff in the backfield that goes to Carter Samick, and he is popped back for a loss of 6.
Just seeing what this Harvey Wells County offense has been able to do all year long, 40 points, 20 points, 30 points, 40 points. Again, as much as we want to talk about the offense and Owen Wiersma, because rightfully so, Joel, I've been just thoroughly impressed with how Central Cass has been able to fly around to the football so far here through all 3.5 quarters that we've seen.
34-0 the score. By the time this ball is snapped, we'll be inside of 7 minutes to play. 3rd down and 13 Squirrels. Carter Maggio gets pressure, steps up, airs this one out, and was trying to find an open Cooper Johnson. Instead, an incompletion and a 4th and 13. And now we're seeing some of those older players step out of the sideline for Central Cass as they want to get their punting unit out here as we approach 6.5 to play.
Something you haven't said too much of for Central Cass here today, Joel, is punt.
And these Squirrels will come out here. Harvey Wells County will get the ball back. We'll see what Coach Doctor does in terms of lineups. We'll see how young he's going to allow his team to go. The punt is off, and this one at the 3-yard line. Make that the 2-yard line. A great punt. Madden Thorson will catch it about the 2, and if Harvey Wells County wants to break this shutout, they will have about 98 yards to try to do it and inside of 6 minutes of time to do it in.
And that might kind of sum up the game, I think, a little bit if you're a Harvey Wells County fan, in terms of you're able to get 2 turnovers in the first quarter, unable to come up with any points, and just kind of some of those 50-50 balls or those opportunities. That's one where Thorson's probably going to say, I should just let that one go, but kind of forgot that he was at the 5 going inside. And that play, I think, Joe, just kind of sums up the kind of game that's been for Harvey Wells County. On the opposite side, it kind of sums up the same thing for the Squirrels. Everything just kind of going their way here this afternoon.
This ball will be at the 1-yard line. It is a 1st and 10 for Harvey Wells County, down 34-0. Freeze gets the snap, drops back in the end zone, is able to throw, incompletion, and a 2nd down and 10. Will be inside of 5 to go when this ball gets snapped again. But Chase, you got to finish this one out, obviously, if you're Central Cass, but they wanted the Burros. They wanted that shot at them again this season. They knew when that bracket came out, and it will be a tough test coming next week as now we get a timeout on the field. 4:50 left to go, 34-0. Central Cass leads Harvey Wells County. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Did you know in a bag of seed, 100% of the yield potential comes from two components, the seed's genetics and the seed's quality? Here at Legacy Seeds, along with delivering the most cutting-edge genetics, we pride ourselves in having some of the industry's highest quality standards. Because we know each spring, a farmer gets one chance to plant with the highest yield potential, and here at Legacy Seeds, we're just the company to help you do it.
So give them a call. Legacy Seeds, Alice, North Dakota, 701-689-BEAN or legacyseeds.com.
We are back on YourLiveEvent.com. 34-0. Central Cass leads Harvey Wells County. And 4:50 left to go here in this fourth quarter of play. Central Cass will play Hillsborough Central Valley next week in the next round of the playoffs. Second and 10, Harvey Wells County at their own 1-yard line. Freeze comes back, throws up the middle, interception! Another interception coming for the Squirrels. Isaac Wisniewski, the interception, and then Central Cass will get the ball back with great field position. Chase these young guys a chance to tag on to the score.
Yeah, and that one was just kind of a little zone coverage across the middle. They kind of had 4 linebackers at the 10. They had the safeties over the top of the 15 and 20-yard line. And Freeze now, he just has to kind of force the ball in there, understand the score, trying to get the ball down the field. Unfortunately, a little bit off as the receiver went to the in. He threw it to the outer side of the hash. That's where Wisniewski was just waiting for the football. It went right to his chest and able to come down with another interception here for Central Cass in the defense.
First and goal from the 9-yard line for Central Cass. It will be Isaac Wisniewski in the backfield. Snap is high. Ball is loose on the ground. It is smothered by Maggio, and it'll be down back at the 20. 4.5 minutes to go.
We haven't really seen too many plays from Central Cass where they kind of stubbed their toe, Joel, after the first quarter there with those 2 interceptions. The first one to start the game, forcing a pass to Deutsch, and coming up with that interception was Erickson, but we haven't seen that too much from the Squirrels offensively.
Second and goal from the 20 for Central Cass. Squirrels up 34-0. I believe this is Urbach in the backfield. Will be a handoff to Urbach. He tries to go around the outside and turn a corner. Instead, he is tackled back at the 25-yard line. Urbach, a freshman, gets the carry here in this playoff game.
There's a pretty cool play down here on the sideline as the Squirrels are bringing some new guys in. Anthony Garman, a 5'2 freshman, comes in, and guess who's going one-on-one with him on the outside? That's Alex Erickson, a 6'3 senior at 175. They kind of pat each other in the back after the play, have a little chat back and forth, just kind of see the size difference here on the outside with some of these new players coming in for the Squirrels.
Third and goal from the 23-yard line for Central Cass, under 3.5 left to go in this game, and Maggio looking to hand it off. No one's around him. Shot at the end zone and overthrows an open Caden Garber. Incompletion. Strike that, I believe that was Mateo Chapa who was open there down in the end zone, as it's a 4th and goal from the 23-yard line now for Central Cass. That was Chapa, the intended receiver. And the sophomore Chase, I bet you can see it down there from the sideline. The eyes got big, mouth was watering, thought he had 6. Instead, there'll be a fourth and goal.
Yeah, Chapa had his own zip code, pretty much is where he was at. Here is the Squirrels coming out, trying to get an opportunity for a season-long field goal.
Trying to make it a 37-0 game. And this kick, that is good from here. 40-yard field goal coming. And a 37-0 game. And Chase, that means Central Cass has now scored in every quarter. 37-0 they lead. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Needs? Look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531 0176.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
37-0 Central Cass leads. 2 minutes, 22 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Harvey Wells County will get the kickoff and return it to the 50, 45, forced out of bounds at the 40, and a big hit coming for Central Cass against Cale Sieg. 2:07 in counting left to go. We'll have our post-game show coming up. Chase Miller will get a chance to talk to some of the players here in this contest. A big win for Central Cass, and Chase, it is the most wins the Squirrels have seen in a season in a while.
Yeah, with this win now, Central Cass, earns another notch on the belt here, and most since were playing in the state title game in 1980, their lone state title against Watford City. Joel.
1st and 10 from the 39 for Harvey Wells County, and Freeze taking a deep shot at the end zone. Goes to Madden Thorson, his top receiver, makes the catch to the 5, to the end zone, 39-yard touchdown pass. And Harvey Wells County breaks the shutout, and Chase, they go to their big playmaker, and he comes through when they need him.
Yeah, a little bit. One of those plays where you were kind of waiting to see if it's going to be Thorson, waiting to see if it was going to be Erickson on the outside, and that time just able to throw one up. Thorson able to go on the outside, and now every game, on this season, Joel, he's been able to at least get one receiving touchdown here for the Hornets.
Hornets will end their season 7-3. All 3 of their losses have come against top 5 programs in 11B football here in the state of North Dakota, and Harvey Wells County wants to make it a 37-8 game. Freeze rolls out to the near side, shot at the end zone, and a good job for the defense to deny on that. That was Josiah Crandall who knocked it away, so the 2-point cast is no good. It is a 37-6 game. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Are you looking for an exciting opportunity to gain work experience while having your college tuition paid? Our new virtual John Deere Ag Tech program provides specialized hands-on education. After learning the tools of the trade from an agricultural industry leader, students in the program will work full-time at Gooseneck Implement, receive full-time benefits while taking online classes during evenings and weekends. You can even have your college tuition paid back after 4 years.
Work has begun to replace Line 3 near your community, and keeping everyone safe is our top priority. Please be extra careful when driving near construction activity. Be aware of trucks and heavy equipment, and please don't enter the work area.
And welcome back. 37-6 is the score. Central Cass might be adding on another one. How about that for the Squirrels? A kickoff return touchdown comes from Isaac Wisniewski.
Number 31, Isaac Wisniewski.
And Chase, the Squirrels answering right back for that touchdown. Some great blocking up and down the field.
Yeah, special teams. We just saw a field goal from 40 yards. Now you get a Wisniewski kickoff return for a touchdown. And talk about an exclamation point. Also, update for you, Joel. 11B football. Kindred 23, Thompson 20 in the fourth quarter.
25 seconds to go. Running time. Central Cass led 21-0 at the half, Chase. It's hard to believe where we're looking at offensively that the first 2 plays from the line of scrimmage from the Squirrels were interceptions.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about that, and Central Cass doesn't have to run another play, Joel, so they're going to take this, get into the next round, but crazy to think, like you said, capitalize on turnovers. The Hornets weren't able to do so, Central Cass was, and second quarter, and ever since then, was all Squirrels.
43-6 is our final score. Post-game show coming your way next on YourLiveEvent.com.
As we all want everyone home safe. For more information, visit enbridge.com/line3US.
The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com. The Lisbon Public School District ensures that all students will learn, experience success, and be good citizens from elementary through high school. The school staff and community takes great pride in providing meaningful and innovative opportunities for our students who continue to maintain ACT scores above state and national averages. Watch your kids continue to grow within the Lisbon Public School District from the playing surface to the classroom. For more information, go online to lisbonpublicschools.com.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider. We built.
And welcome to our post-game show. 43-6, Central Cass. They win over Harvey Wells County. The Hornets, who played tough today, finished their season 7-3. Central Cass improving to 9-1. Chase a meeting next week against the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. And 2 interceptions. First place from the line of scrimmage back in the first quarter for Central Cass. And we said it as the final seconds were winding down. It did not look like it had the makings of a 43-6 game coming up, but that is what the final score is, as Central Cass gets offense from all sorts of ways. It started with Owen Wiersma back in that first half, and then moved on to some other players getting in on the mix, not just scoring touchdowns, but getting the chains moving, getting the balls moving for Central Cass. Again, the Squirrels' 43-6 win here today against Harvey Wells County. Let's get our scoring summary. After a back-and-forth early part of the first quarter, it was Owen Wiersma, a 33-yard touchdown run. That came at the 2:07 mark of the first quarter to make it a 7-0 game. And then Wiersma, who moved to the quarterback position for Wildcat offense on direct snaps on a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line, was able to connect into the end zone with Cade McKinnon for a 4-yard touchdown reception. 14-0 would be the score. And Wiersma then would have an 11-yard touchdown run with 1:05 left to play before the half. 21-0, the Squirrels, who got points in all 4 quarters of today's game, had a 21-0 lead at the half. They would score 13 points in the third quarter. Jake Deutsch, an 8-yard touchdown reception, and then a 35-yard touchdown reception. It was 33-0 going into the final quarter. The Squirrels would then get it was a 33-0 going into the final quarter. They got a field goal in the mix there, a kick return for a touchdown. Well, the lone touchdown coming for Harvey Wells County at the 1:31 mark remaining in this game, a 39-yard touchdown completion from Isaac Fries to Madden Thorson, and that would be enough to break the shutout at least. But 37-6 is the final score. Hillsboro Central Valley is coming up next week for the Squirrels team, and Chase Miller down on the sideline. We'll get a chance to talk to some of these Squirrels players here on our post-game show as they come to the sideline. We'll get that set up for you. First, let's take a quick break. We'll be back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
Let's get real.
And welcome back to our post-game show. Central Cass defeats Harvey Wells County 43-6. We got Chase Miller ready to go on the sideline. Chase, who do you got with us first?
Thank you very much, Owen Wiersma, with us here. Joel and Owen, congratulations first and foremost on the win. Talk about that first half. A couple turnovers offensively. You found yourself still in a dogfight, 0-0, but after you make the turnover on downs, you were able to get a big touchdown. It just seemed like everything started going the right direction for Central Cass.
Yeah, that was huge. The big part about that is that we were able to show up and turn that around and not dwell on the past. And yeah.
Let's talk about your pass. I know a lot of people like to talk about your running scheme, but how about that pass, little Tim Tebow-esque there when you bring out that Wildcat? And how about McKinnon coming down with that reception?
Yeah, that's probably the first time I've ever thrown a football in a football game. So, I mean, I'm just glad I didn't throw a pick. Threw a touchdown. It was pretty cool.
What does it mean for this program, third time now in the last 6 years, to make the quarterfinals? You will have a rematch with the Burros upcoming in Hillsboro a week from today. But what does this mean about just where this program continues to build year in and year out to find themselves, one step closer to trying to get to a championship game?
I think it's huge for our program. I think that we can't look too far in the future and just stay in the present and go from there.
Final thing for you, what's the rematch going to be like? Give us an early appetizer of going up against the Burros. You play them in August, now you're going to play them here, coming up a week from today. What's that matchup going to be like?
We plan to give it to them the same that we did back in August. We plan to whoop them.
All right, thanks so much for your time, Owen.
Yeah, thank you.
Again, Owen Wiersma with us here, one of our three players. Let's bring out Miles Vance. Miles Vance now with us here, putting some pressure against Freeze and Harvey Wells County up front. And Miles, first and foremost, congratulations on the win. What did you see from, you had yourself, Ryan, and Tyler all just getting a lot of pressure. What was working for you three against this Hornets offense?
Just me and Tyler going off the edge. That's our best stuff, me and Tyler going off the edge because we're so quick. It's hard to stop, and we also can go inside as well. And Ryan Stafford, he's just a dog up front, just a demon, just bull rushing everyone. If you've seen his helmet, bro, it's just all cracked up and everywhere. So we just got so much diversity on that line, and it's very hard to block us.
For the first 8 minutes, it was kind of back and forth, trying to find your footing a little bit. After that, it was a lot of red out there, in Central Cass. What turned after that opening 8 minutes? What kind of felt like you guys, got your footing, got in the game, found some rhythm?
Well, for me as a D-end, it's takes me a little bit to get used to the matchup and see what they kind of do. And I got my coaches to help me out, and Coach Locke helps me out, especially on what he does specifically that I can exploit and stuff like that. Just getting used to the matchup.
When you're able to get a team one-dimensional like you were able to with Harvey Wells County here today, is that a little bit more fun for you on the defensive end spot, just knowing, hey, let's pin our ears back, try to get to a quarterback, even though Freeze is a dual threat, is a little bit more fun for you at the defensive end spot?
Oh, yeah. Pass rushing is my thing. I love doing it in practice, games. It's where I feel like I'm my best, and it's just so much fun getting those sacks out there.
Final thing for you, what does it mean to get to a quarterfinal round matchup and have a rematch with the Burros upcoming a week from today?
I'm excited. I feel like me personally, from Hillsboro to now, I've improved so much as a player, and I want to show that I've improved.
Hey, Miles, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck in Hillsboro next week.
Thank you.
Miles Vance again with us there, part of the senior class here, defensive end spot. We got one more to interview, and Will Ellison will come on down, another senior here. And Will, first and foremost, congratulations on the win. What does this win mean for this program to get one step closer to the ultimate goal, obviously, is a championship, but what does it mean here to have a resounding win against the Hornets?
Oh, it means a ton. Yeah, it's been a long time since Central Cass football has made a deep run in the playoffs, and I think this is the statement that we want first round to show the state that we're ready to see them on November 12th in the Dome.
What have you seen from, Coach Butler from the start of the season, this team from the start of the season to carry you way back in August, maybe during some of the two-a-days and, the early part of the season to where we're at now here, you're going to be playing on October the 30th. You're one step closer to playing in November. What's some of the characteristics and traits been like?
The message all year has been play for the guy next to you. Like, if you mess up, the guy next to you is going to pick you up. If they mess up, you're going to pick them up. And we're one tight-knit group, and we plan to play for that way for 3 more weeks.
With you on the offensive side, I know a lot of praise goes to Owen. I know a lot of praise goes to Jake in terms of what he's been able to do. But when you're able to see Brandon kind of give it to you and some other guys, how diverse does that make the offense when it's not just one or two players, when it's 3, 4, 5, that anyone can make a play and get the first down?
Yeah, we got a lot of weapons on offense. Jake and Owen are two of the best in the state. So yeah, I don't always get the touches, and I'm okay with that, but it's kind of fun when I can catch a few here and there.
Give us a little appetizer. We'll put on a bow here. What is going to be the preview upcoming a week from today in Hillsborough? What's the 2.0 version? What do you expect against a really good Hillsborough club?
Yeah, they're real good. We had a lot of success the first time, so we know they're going to adjust to us, and they're going to have a good game plan. It should be a fun one.
Hey, Will, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck next week in Hillsborough.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There you go, Joel. 1, 2, 3. Will Ellison, Owen Wiersma, and Miles Vance with us here on our post-game show. We'll send it back to you here. A bunch of happy squirrels on the sideline.
Thank you, Chase Miller. Again, 43-6, the final score. We'll step aside. We'll come back, and we'll get you some scores from other games. We know the Burros are coming up next week, and then we'll wrap things up. Thanks for joining us on YourLiveEvent.com.
For a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
This is Jim Lund from Legacy Seeds. Did you know in a bag of seed, 100% of the yield potential comes from two components, the seed's genetics and the seed's quality? Here at Legacy Seeds, along with delivering the most cutting-edge genetics, we pride ourselves in having some of the industry's highest quality standards. Because we know each spring, a farmer gets one chance to plant with the highest yield potential, and here at Legacy Seeds, we're just the company to help you do it.
So give them a call. Legacy Seeds, Alice, North Dakota, 701-689-BEAN or legacyseeds.com.
Harvest is more than the act of reaping what you've sown. It's the culmination of months of hard effort, along with a few weeks of working 24/7 to bring the crop in. At Sesvanderhof, we're continuously working to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, so that you can end each harvest on a high note. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sesvanderhof, a passion that grows.
43-6, our final score here. Central Cass moving on to the quarterfinals. It will be a meeting next week against Hillsborough Central Valley. We'll have that for you on YourLiveEvent.com. Chase Miller back down on the field. We got Tommy Butler, head coach of the Squirrels, with us. Chase.
Thank you very much, Joel. Tommy, we were just talking a little bit before we came back here. I just asked you, how do you feel about the game in terms of after the opening 2 plays and 2 drives that you had interceptions, and just kind of how do you put this one into perspective for 4 quarters of football?
I would say it's a team win for sure. Our guys battled, like you said. We made mistakes. That's what we said in the huddle over there was, we still made mistakes. There were still things that we could be better at, but our guys never wavered. They never backed away. And again, I think that's just a testament of the culture of this team, which is, it doesn't matter what happens. We're always looking to grow and get better from everything that we do. And I think I think that's what you saw today.
This program has been close in terms of recent years, 3rd time in 6 years making the quarterfinals. But what's it going to take here from, what you did way back in August? What are the traits and the characteristics to get you now another opportunity now with Hillsborough coming up next week? What's it going to take to get over that quarterfinal round hump and get to the semifinals?
Yeah, really, it's Coach Olson's got a great team. I mean, we talked after the game was over, and he said the same thing. Hey, we'll see each other in the playoffs. I know their kids are really looking forward to playing us. Trying to get that blemish off there, and I know our guys are looking forward to taking on the number 1 team in the state. And trying to prove what we've been preaching all year, that we are ready. We are ready to make that jump, like you said. So it's going to be stopping.
And we apologize, some issues with our wireless signal coming down from that side of the field. But 43-6, the final score. Central Cass next week will be taking on Hillsborough Central Valley. We'll have that game for you on YourLiveEvent.com. Remember, if you missed this one, you want to watch highlights again, you can see all of our games archived on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll step aside. We'll come back to wrap things up.
Apartments with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
This is Chris with RDK Enterprises. We have all heard of supply chain issues and the challenges they bring. As the demand for planting equipment increases, we are trying to be as proactive as possible. RDK has secured a supply of precision planting products and maintenance parts for your planter, hopefully minimizing some of these supply chain issues. If you are planning any upgrades, repairs, or maintenance, give us a call. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
At Castleton,
43-6, Central Cass defeating Harvey Wells County. That is our final. On to the quarterfinals now for Central Cass. They'll play Hillsborough Central Valley next week. They are 9-1 on the season. Harvey Wells County, great season, great game today by the Hornets, battling through some injuries. They will finish their year 7-3. We'll have next week's matchup for you. I believe it'll be a 1 o'clock start time. You can find that on yourliveevent.com. That will do it for this Saturday's broadcast. My special thanks to our camera and production staff, Madison Quinn, Chris Bambino Crick, and thanks for Chase Miller, who has been alongside us here on this broadcast. Joel Morgan, remind you once again our final score: Central Cass 43, Harvey Wells County 6. You've been listening to watching high school football on yourliveevent.com.